We have already discussed module A in detail. Okay, so in the crash course, I have revised the complete module A of IE IFS. In the foundation batch, we have learned every detail of chapters in the module A, and everything is finished. So now it is the time for practice and just try to give maximum answers and the correct answer, because this is like a test for you all, that how much you have learned from that particular module, right? So let's start discussing. Okay, the very first question: consider the following statement, and we have to choose the correct statement here. We have to choose the correct statement here. First, purchasing power parity exchange are calculated by comparing the prices of the same of goods and services in different country. In terms of PPP, India is sixth largest economy in the world. So you have to choose the correct statement here. Only one, only second, both one and two, or neither one nor two. So everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, you guys. Everyone. Hello, Irfan. I'm good. How are you? Okay, so just please answer this question. You have to consider the following statement here. Purchasing power parity exchange. So, purchasing power parity, in terms of purchasing power parity, India's rank is what? You have to choose the correct statement here. So, everyone, please answer this question. Smriti said A, Ruchi said A, Chandan A, Rigved A. And everyone else? Okay, so the correct answer is yes. First statement is correct. There is nothing wrong in the first statement. So if you are taking or calculating the prices by comparing the countries, and you are taking the same basket of goods and services in different countries, then you are set to be the purchasing power parity exchange rate, right? You are using this exchange rate. And in terms of PPP, India is sixth largest economy in the world. No, India is actually the third largest economy in the world after USA and China. Okay, so the second statement is wrong. First statement is correct. So only first is the correct answer here. Very easy. Only first is the correct answer here, right? Next. In the last 4 decades, means 40 years, India has faced which of the following major shock? 1991 balance of payment crisis, 2008 global financial crisis, and the COVID-19 pandemic. In the last 4 decades, India has faced which of the following major shocks? Everyone, please answer this question. In the last 4 decades, India has faced which of the following major shocks? We have three here, so you have to choose the correct statement. Everyone, you have to answer this question. And please just like and share the video to the maximum you can. And whoever is watching this session, please at least like the video, guys. Okay? So, yes. So, in the last 4 decades, means 40 years, we have seen the 1991 balance of payment crisis, obviously. We have seen the 2008 global financial crisis, obviously. And we have seen 2019 COVID-19 pandemic also, right? So all of the three means D is the correct answer here. So these are the major shocks which India has faced in the last 4 decades, correct? Okay, next question. Which of the following best differentiates economic growth from the economic development? Which of the following best differentiate economic growth with the economic development? First of all, okay, economic growth focuses on qualitative improvement. Economic growth focuses only on GDP increase. Economic growth refers to an increase in the country's GDP, while economic development includes improvements in living and standard and social well-being. Economic development is short term, economic growth is long term. Economic growth and development are identical concepts. So you have to choose the best differentiation between growth and development. So please answer this question. Everyone, guys, please answer this question. You have to choose the best difference between economic growth and economic development. So the correct answer for this question is what, everyone? So if we talk the correct answer, if we talk about the correct answer here, so obviously see, growth focuses on the quantitative increase, while development focuses on qualitative increase. So from that, the first is wrong. Okay. Now, growth focuses on the quantitative increase. It means that you are judging the GDP increase in the economy. Whereas development, these are focuses on the quality, improving in the living standard and the society well-being. So from this concept, B is the correct statement and the correct difference. Okay. Now, both are the same time process. Long term and short term, there is no difference like that. Okay. So B is the correct answer here. So whoever has said B is the correct answer. So Irfan, you are wrong. Ruchi, Shirish, Krishna, Chandan, Hema, Smriti. Okay. So these are all correct. Vamsi, you are also wrong. Okay. So this is the difference between growth and development. Okay. Next, as per the work of Cambridge economist Ignace Medicine, India's shares of the global income was dash in 1600 AD, but by the time Britishers left in 1947, it had shrunk to only dash percentage. So you know the Agnes Medicine database, it is important. So you know that according to Agnes Medicine database, India's shares in the global income is dash in 1680, was dash in 1680, but by the time Britishers left India, it was only shrunk to dash. So India's, so at the 1680 we have 23% contribution in the global income, but by the time Britishers left, we are only left with the 3%. So A is the correct answer. 23 and 3%. Everyone is correct here. Very good. Very nice. Very good, guys. Next question. See, Company X is excited about entering India and has decided to construct a new facility, hire local employees, develop a complete supply chain from the ground up. Now, this is what? This is the strategy of what? Greenfield, brownfield, joint venture, or exporting? Everyone, please answer this question. Very easy. Very easy. Volume is low. Oh, okay. So everyone, if you are getting the correct voice or the volume is low, everyone you have to answer. Volume is correct or low? Everyone. Okay. Yes. So when everything started from the ground, or you can say from the scratch, everything is built new, then obviously it is a greenfield FDI. Okay, so the correct answer here is greenfield foreign direct investment. Okay, voice is low. Some have the proper, because here in the OBS I'm seeing that the voice is very correct. Okay, I haven't changed anything. Okay, so I think this is the maximum voice. I am already speaking I am speaking loud, everyone. So done. Now, next question. See, next question. Which of the following are the main function of International Monetary Fund? Purchasing short-term foreign currency liabilities of the member nation, exchange rate regulation, deciding the fiscal policy of the country. So you have to select the main function of International Monetary Fund. Everyone, very easy. The main function of the International Monetary Fund. Everyone, please answer this question. Whoever is watching this video, at least please just like the video. And everyone, I have already told you to subscribe this channel, because I said that from now till your examination, I am every time coming up with the new marathons for all of you, right? So if I miss out notifying you, you will be notified by the YouTube itself if you are subscribing to this channel. So kindly everyone, just please make sure that you are subscribing to this channel and pressing the bell notification icon. Okay, so today we are completing IEFS module A. Tomorrow I will be completing PPP module A. Okay, so, when we are talking about the International Monetary Fund, you know that International Monetary Fund, Bretton Woods Conference recommendation, year 1945, headquarter Washington DC. It provides short-term loans to the countries, help in the economic development, means the exchange rate regulation and the short-term foreign currency liabilities to the member nation. These are the functions of the IMF. But when we are talking about deciding the fiscal policy of the country, that is not the function of IMF. Every government is responsible for deciding the fiscal policy of their own country, not the IMF. Okay, so IMF doesn't interfere in the fiscal policy of the country. So the correct answer is only one and two, means A is the correct answer here. Okay, done, done, guys. Okay, next. See, the penalty for non-compliance with the corporate social responsibilities are at least 1 crore for the defaulting company, 2 lakh for each defaulting officer, and imprisonment provision for a maximum 3 years for the defaulting officer. So you have to check that which of the following is the penalty if you are non-compliance with the corporate social responsibilities provision. So the correct answer is, everyone, please answer this question. If you are not fulfilling the CSR provision, then what is the penalty that is charged on you? Everyone, please answer this question. What is the penalty that is charged on you? Everyone. Okay, so you all know that Section 135 deals with this CSR provision. And you know that before the changes, yes, there was the provision of the jail also for the defaulting officer, but now it has been replaced with the 2 lakh monetary penalty, right? So 2 lakh monetary penalty for each defaulting officer and 1 crore penalty for the defaulting company. So this is the correct thing. This is not the correct thing, right? So the correct answer is only 1 and 2. So A is the correct answer. This was the provision, but before the changes. But when the changes are done, amendments are done, then this jail thing has been removed and it is replaced by the monetary penalty. So A is the correct answer. Okay, done. Next. Acha, don't trust Shirish, okay? I'm just taking, making sure that the all answers are not A, okay? So kindly just focus on each and every question, everyone, okay? Dash come under the primary sector. Dairy farming, forestry, mining and quarrying, fisheries, food processing, and wool yarning. So you have to check which of the following activities come under the primary sector. What is the primary sector? When the things are obtained in its natural form from the environment, that is called as the primary sector, right? So dairy farming, forestry, mining and quarrying, fisheries, food processing, and wool yarning. Which of the following comes under the primary sector? Please answer this question, guys. Everyone. What? Okay, Nitin is saying A, Hema is saying A, Irfan is saying D. Okay, Shirish is saying D. Okay, okay. Dairy farming is a primary sector, forestry primary sector, mining and quarrying primary sector, fisheries primary sector. Food processing. Food processing is a primary sector. No, it is a secondary sector. How you can say food processing is a primary sector? How you can say? right? And if we talk about the wool yarning, again, it is a secondary sector. Wool yarning is a secondary sector. So the correct answer is only A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, A is the correct answer. Okay, next. In which year did Dadabhai Nauroji wrote the book Poverty and Un-British Rule in India? So Dadabhai Nauroji calculated the first national income in India, and that first national income is published in the book Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. So you have to answer that in which year Dadabhai Nauroji wrote this book. Okay, so we have listed four options here. You have to answer the question correctly. Everyone, please answer the question correctly. Okay. In which year Dadabhai Nauroji wrote the book Poverty and Un-British Rule in India? So the correct answer is B, 1867 to 68. Remember this. The question can be asked in your examination, right? So Dadabhai Nauroji, the first grand old man in India, the first national income, Poverty and Un-British Rule in India, published in 1867 to 68. Okay, so the correct answer is what? B. B is the correct answer. Next question. Match the following here. So we have to match the following here. List 1 and list 2nd. Okay, so list 1 chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. List 2 is this description: central banking function, general provision, preliminary matters, penalties, incorporation, capital management, business. This is a PYQ. This is a PYQ. I have already discussed this question. This is a PYQ for all of you. Everyone, please answer this question. So we have already discussed this, remember? We have already discussed this, remember? Okay, so please answer this question. So, how to learn this? So, how to learn this? Chapter 5 learned, okay, and chapter 1 learned. Chapter 5 always remember penalties, okay. Chapter 1, chapter 1 deals with the preliminary matters, okay. So, chapter 1 is third, chapter 4th is chapter 5th is penalties. Now see, chapter A, okay, third, E is fourth, right? So correct answer is A. Okay, rest all you can match. B is 5, incorporation, capital management, and the business. Third is the central banking function, and fourth is the general provision. So this is the correct answer. This is the PYQ, very important. Okay, this is the PYQ, very important for all of you. Okay, next question. Underemployment occurs when? So when did the underemployment occurs? When people are not willing to work, when people are working slowly, when people are working less than what they are capable of doing, when people are not paid for their job. Underemployment is what, everyone? Underemployment is what, everyone? Please answer this question. Underemployment, when people are not willing to work, when people are working slowly, when people are working less than what they are capable of doing, when people are not paid for their jobs. So the correct answer for this question is, so yes, so when the people are working less than what they actually are capable of doing, then it is called as underemployment. So C is the correct answer. True. Next question. Which is the correct meaning of the organized sector? Which is the correct meaning of the organized sector? It covers those enterprises where the terms of employments are regular. It is outside the control of government. Jobs are not regular. It provides low salaries, everyone. We have to choose the correct meaning of the organized sector. It covers those enterprises where the terms of the employment are regular. It is outside the control of the government. Jobs are not regular. It provides low salaries, everyone. unorganized sector. Yes, obviously A is the correct answer. Rest, all three are the characteristic of unorganized sector. Rest, all three are unorganized sector. True. Next question. Now, company Y want to capitalize on existing market knowledge and had to chosen to purchase an Indian company that has a solid customer base and a well established operation in the sector. This approach is an example of greenfield FDI, brownfield FDI, joint venture, or franchising. Very easy. Please answer this question. Read out the question carefully and answer. Read out the question carefully and answer. Everyone. Company Y want to capitalize on existing market knowledge and has chosen to purchase an Indian company that has a solid customer base and well established operations in the sector. So, this approach is an example of what? This approach is an example of obviously the brownfield FDI. So greenfield FDI is everything from the scratch. Brownfield FDI means purchasing a company where you don't have to build everything from the scratch. Brownfield FDI. Good. Next question. As of now, which of the following sector contribute the highest to the GDP of the country? As of now, which of the following sectors contribute the highest to the GDP of the country? Everyone. Sorry. Which of the following contribute highest to the GDP of the country? So, yes, the highest contribution is the service sector. Okay, in terms of employment, maximum contribution is agriculture sector. In terms of GDP, maximum contribution is the service sector. Clear? True. Next, which period is known as the plan holiday? Plan holiday 1961, 65, 66 to 69, 74 to 79, 85 to 90. Plan holiday. Everyone, please answer this question. Plan holiday. Please answer this question. Everyone, just please like and share the video. Everyone, you guys, please just like and share the video to the maximum you can. Everyone, every student who is watching this session, is a request, guys, that please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Which period is known as the planned holiday? Yes, it is from 1966 to 1969. Yes, it is known as the planned holiday. So B is the correct answer, right? Next question. The concept of economic planning in India is derived from USA, UK, Russia, or Australia. So, first of all, just tell me, India is following the concept of regional planning or the national planning. So, India is following the concept of what? And it is adopted from which country? Everyone. Everyone, please answer this question. Again, just read out, everyone. So only Rigved is correct here. First of all, we are following the concept of national planning, 5-year plans. Okay. So national planning, this concept was actually originated in Russia, I have told you. Okay. USA actually was formed or have the knowledge of the regional planning, right? So we are not following regional planning, we are following national planning. And national planning, the concept of the national planning is actually derived from Russia. So C is the correct answer. Yes, Russia, obviously, Russia is the correct answer. Next question. The Mahalupnis growth model has the following features: urbanization, indicative planning, emphasis on the heavy industries. So you have to select the correct code. 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3. Mahalupnis model, which 5-year plan? Everyone, I have told you this. Mahalobnis model, which 5-year plan? Everyone, please answer this question. Mahalobnis model, which 5-year plan? Mahalobnis model, which 5-year plan? So you have to remember, right? Everything here you have to remember. These are the questions, these are the level of questions you will be getting in the exam, right? Mahalobnis model has which of the following features? Mahalobanese model means the second 5-year plan. Okay, second 5-year plan means the heavy industries. Remember the steel plants of Bhilai, Durgapur, and Rourkela. Heavy industries, industrialization. So obviously it focuses on the heavy industries. So third only is the correct answer. D is the correct answer. Clear? D is the correct answer, everyone. Right? Can we move forward to the next question? Can we move forward to the next question? Okay, next question. Which of the following scenarios best demonstrate a company's strong environmental social governance commitment? A company reduce carbon emission but increase executive compensation significantly. A business donates to social cause but faces multiple governance scandal. A firm ensures diversity in leadership, adopts sustainable sourcing, and maintains transparent financial reporting. A corporation invests in renewable energy but actively lobbies against the environmental regulation. So, which of the following best demonstrate the company's ESG commitment, environmental, social, governance commitment? Okay, and ESG is one of the primary and the main function of CSR, corporate social responsibility. So the correct answer is everyone. There, it is an easy question. You can all answer this question. Very easy. Which of the following demonstrate a company's strong ESG commitment? A company's strong ESG's commitment. Everyone. Yes. So if we talk about the company's strong ESG's commitment, so a firm ensures diversity in leadership, adopts sustainable scoring, maintain transparent financial reporting. So C is the correct answer. Correct? Good. Next question. Which of the following pairs are correctly matched? Which of the following pairs are correctly matched? Rapid industrialization, second 5-year plan, poverty elevation, fifth 5-year plan, inclusive growth, 11th 5-year plan. You have to answer this question correctly. 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Which of the following pairs are correctly matched here? Everyone, please cut this question. Sorry. Everyone, please answer this question. Which of the following is or are correctly matched? You have to answer this question correctly. Ruchi, Vivek, Hema, Chandan, everyone. Yes, second 5-year plan, rapid industrialization, right? Poverty elevation, fifth 5-year plan, and inclusive growth is the 11th 5-year plan. So D is the correct answer. 1, 2, and 3 is the correct answer, right? So D is the correct answer here. Everyone. Okay, next question. The government's Make in India policy aims at reduction in taxes, reduction in cost of manufacturing, elimination of red tapeism, or none of the above. Very simple. The Make in India concept. Everyone, the Make in India concept. The Make in India concept. None of the above. Make in India focuses on manufacturing in India, right? Make in India focuses on what? More and more manufacturing in India. Neither reduction of taxes, not in the cost of manufacturing, not the RIP taxes. Nothing. None of the above is the correct answer. Okay. Next, which of the following statement is correct about the Niti Aayog? Niti Aayog aims to achieve sustainable development goals and to enhance the cooperative federalism in the country. The Prime Minister of India is the ex officio chairperson of the Niti Aayog, and there are 8 full-time members in the Niti Aayog. So, which of the following is correct statement regarding Niti Aayog? Everyone, please answer this question. Which of the following is the correct statement about the Niti Aayog? Okay. Which of the following is the correct statement about Niti Aayog? Okay. So if you are saying that only one and second, okay, first is second, correct, second is correct, but what is wrong in the third statement then? What is wrong in the third statement then? There are 8 full-time members in the Niti Aayog. Why it is wrong? How many full-time members are there in the Niti Aayog? There are 8 full-time members in the Niti Aayog. Why it is wrong? So there are 4 full-time members in the Niti Aayog, and that's why it is wrong. So D, first and second is the correct answer. There are 4 full-time members, Ruchi. Okay, good. Next question. Niti Aayog published its comprehensive national strategy for India. In how many sections the document is divided? 4, 5, 6, and 7. Niti Aayog has published their comprehensive national strategy for New India. How many sections that document is divided? Everyone. Everyone. And please, at least whoever is watching this video, kindly just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Everyone, just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Everyone. Okay, so yes, there are 4 sections in the document. Right, there are 4 sections in the document: drivers, infrastructure, inclusion, and governance. Right, so 4 sections: driver, infrastructure, inclusion, and governance. Okay, so 4. So A is the correct answer. Done? Done? Okay, next question. The government of India offers dash of the installation cost of the rooftop panel as a subsidy to the institutional, residential, and the social sectors in most states. 30%, 50%, 70%, or 80%. Everyone. The government of India offers dash of the installation cost of the rooftop solar panel as a subsidy to the institutional, residential, and the social sectors in the most state. So the correct answer is the subsidy is given for how much percent? So see, the normal subsidy is what? The normal subsidy is 30%. But in some cases, it can be extended to the 70% cases. But in all circumstances, it is not 70%, it is 30%. No, 30% of the installation cost is the normal subsidy that has been given to set up the rooftop solar panel. In some exclusive cases, it is only 70%. So ye have to take A. Okay. Next, you have to choose the correct statement here. Achieving the target of net zero emission by the year 2050. Achieving 500 gigawatt of non-fossil energy capacity by 2020. Fulfilling 90% of its energy requirement from the renewable energy sources by 2030. India's commitment towards the sustainable development goal of climate action. Which of the following statement is correct regarding this? So India's follow the Panch Amrit thing, right? So which of the following statement is correct regarding this? Everyone, you have to answer this question. Everyone, you have to answer this question, guys. Everyone. India's commitment towards the sustainable development goal of the climate action. You have to answer this question. Okay, so we have to select the correct statement here. Achieving the target of net zero emission by year 2050, wrong. By year 2070, we have to achieve net zero emission target. Achieving 500 gigawatt non-fossil energy capacity by 2020, no, by 2030. Fulfilling 90% of its energy requirement from renewable energy sources by 2030 year is correct, but not 90%, it is 50%. So none of the above is the correct answer. None of the above is the correct answer. Okay, done? Clear? Next question. The solution of the jobless growth is encourage entrepreneur instinct through different programs like Startup India, Stand Up India, reforms the education system to develop the desired skill set, promote labor intensive industries such as food processing, textiles, etc. So, the solution of the jobless growth is what? The solution of the jobless growth is what? Everyone, please answer this question. The solution of the jobless growth is what? The solution of the jobless growth is what? Yes, all of the third statements are correct. So this is the solution for the jobless growth. So jobless growth is one of the important issue India is facing currently, and these are the solutions for that. Good. Next question. The program Make in India was started on. The program Make in India was started on. Make in India was started on which year? The program Make in India. The program Make in India was started on. Yes, so Make in India program was actually started on September 2014. B is the correct answer. Make in India concept was actually started on September 2014. B is the correct answer, right? September 2014. Clear? Okay, next question. In which 5-year plan Rourkela and Durgapur steel plants were conceived? In which 5-year plan Rourkela and Durgapur steel plants were conceived? First, second, third, and fourth. In which 5-year plan Rourkela and Durgapur steel plants were conceived? Yes, second 5-year plan. So second 5-year plan, rapid industrialization, PC Mahalobinus model. Three major steel plants have been set up in Bhilai, Durgapur, and Rourkela. So second is the correct answer here. Okay, next question. Now just read out this question carefully. I'm just switching off the camera. Everyone, just please read out. Acha, please answer this question according to the old limits. Everyone, answer this question according to the old limits. Don't answer this question according to the limits which is actually announced in budget 2025. Don't answer this question according what I have told you, right? Neha run a clothing store with an investment of 80 lakh in machinery and a turnover of 4 crore. She decided to purchase an additional machine of 25 lakh. Rohan, a catering business, investment 6 crore, turnover of 20 crore, want to expand in business and have more investment of 3 crore. Mira operator tech firm invested 50 crore in infrastructure, generates 150 crore in revenue, plans to upgrade technology with the additional 5 crore investment. Now choose which of the following have the micro, small, and medium enterprises category. Now just think and answer. Now this is a very good level of question. Everyone, a very good level of question. Everyone. Now, here, before understanding, first of all, I'm just writing the limits. Okay, first of all. So, for a micro enterprises, you know that the investment in the plant and machinery does not exceed 1 crore and turnover is 5 crore. So, for a micro, investment is 1 crore and the turnover should not exceed 5 crore. For medium enterprises, everyone, investment, sorry, for small enterprises, investment 10 crore and turnover 50 crore. It is for small. And for medium enterprises, everyone, medium enterprises, the investment does not exceed 50 crore and the turnover doesn't exceed 250 crore, right? Everyone, okay. Now, one very important condition, if you all remember that what I have told you, that if you want to shift to the next level, like from micro to small, or from small to medium enterprises, you have to surpass any one of the criteria. So if in any year you have exceed your either investment or the turnover limit, you are shifted to the next category. But for downgrading, like from medium to small and from small to micro, you don't have to reach both limits. Okay, so when you don't reach both limits in any one case, then you are downgraded. Okay, and for upgraded, you have to surpass either of the limit, means any one limit, right? So this is the condition. Now let's talk about the first condition, Neha's condition. So after purchasing the additional machinery, Neha's investment is 1.5 crore, right? 1.05 crore, right? 80 plus 25 crore. Now, because it surpasses that 1 crore rupees investment limit, so now Neha is not a micro enterprises. Neha is a small enterprise. Very simple. Okay, now Rohan. So after his planned investment, see, Rohan's total investment is 6 crore plus 3 crore, means 9 crore. Because the investment is 9 crore, means within 10 crore, and the turnover is 20 crore, means within 50 crore. So it is what? It is a small enterprises, because the investment is 9 crore within 10 crore, the turnover is 20 crore within 50 crore. So it is a small enterprises, right? Now Meera, now in this case, when he upgraded the investments, now the total investment is 55 crore. 55 crore, and then the turnover is 150 crore. So now they are considered as the medium enterprises. So small, medium, C is the correct answer here. Small, medium. Okay, now this is a very good level of question. Now if you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay, no doubt here. Everyone. Now, next question. See, next question. See, what are the key sources of the funds available for funding economic planning? Everyone, please answer this question. You just read out. I will provide you the PDF, right? So just read out this question. You will understand everything. Okay. Downgrading part, Ruchi, means see, when you have to upgrade from micro to small to medium, you have to surpass any one limit. But if you have to downgrade, means from this you have to come to this, from medium you have to come to small or to micro. Then for any year, you haven't touched both limits. If you haven't touched both limits, then you are downgraded. Okay. Now, What are the key sources of fund available for funding economic planning? Key sources of funds available for funding economic planning, everyone. So the correct answer is HEMA, right? So domestic budgetary source, deficit financing, foreign assistance, everyone. So D is the correct answer. True, D is the correct answer, right? Yes, next question. Which of the following contribute the most to the plan financing in India? Which of the following contribute to the most to the plan financing in India? Most to the plan financing in India, everyone. Which of the following contribute the most to the plan financing in India? Yes, domestic budgetary source is the most, contribute the most to the plan financing in India, right? So I'm just switching off the camera because the light has gone, right? So everyone just please, I'm continuing the class in this way, okay? Don't worry. Next question. Which of the following is the correct sequence in the decreasing order of contribution of different sectors to the GDP of India? Everyone. Correct sequence of the decreasing order of the contribution of different sectors to the GDP in India. Decreasing order of contribution. Everyone, you can answer this question. Decreasing order of contribution. Everyone. Which of the following is the correct sequence in the decreasing order of contribution of different sectors to GDP in India? Everyone, please answer this question. Yes, so the most is service, the second is industry, and the third is agriculture. So A is the correct answer. True, A is the correct answer. Next question. The first attempt to initiate economic planning in India was made by Balwantri Mehta, Vallabhbhai Patel, M. Vishveshwaraya, or Jawaharlal Nehru. The first attempt to initiate economic planning in India was made by Balwantri Mehta, Vallabhbhai Patel, M. Vishveshwaraya, or Jawaharlal Nehru. The first attempt to initiate economic planning in India was made by whom? The first attempt to initiate the economic planning in India was made by whom? Balwantri Mehta, Vallabhbhai Patel, M. Vishveshwaraya, or Jawaharlal Nehru. So the correct answer is M. Vishveshwaraya. In his book, The Planned Economy of India, initiated the concept of this economic planning. The Planned Economy of India, the book which has been written by M. Vishveshwaraya. Okay, so yes, C is the correct answer, not D. C is the correct answer. Next question. Which of the following is not one of the pillar of Make in India program? New processes, new infrastructure, new government, new sector. Not a pillar of Make in India program. Which of the following is not a pillar of Make in India program? Everyone, please answer this question, guys. Not one of the pillar of Make in India program. Which of the following is not one of the pillar of Make in India program? So not one of the pillar of Make in India program, new processes, new infrastructure, new sectors, new government. No. Instead of the new government, it is new mindset. Yes, Ruchi. Yes, Hema. Yes, Vivek. So C is the correct answer. It is not one of the pillar of Make in India program. So C is the correct answer here. Good. Nice, everyone. So all of you are doing very good. Very good, guys. So maximum questions you are actually answering correctly, and I'm very happy, right? See, जब आप पढ़ाते हो ना, and when you are getting the correct answers and the bankers are uh, able to solve the questions which I am giving, I feel very good, right? So you are all just going good, right? Very good preparation, okay? And I'm so happy for all of you, right? So next question, everyone. Which of the following statement is not true about social infrastructure? Not true. Health is the most crucial part of social infrastructure. Education, water supply, transportation, agriculture, allied activities, infra, irrigation, management, these are all included in social sector. Not true about social infrastructure. Everyone, which of the following is not true about social infrastructure? Which of the following is not true about social infrastructure? Everyone, please answer this question. Which of the following is not true about social infrastructure? Not true about social infrastructure. Everyone, why you are all confused here? Please answer this question, guys. Not true about social infrastructure. One. Acha. So health is the most important factor. This is true. Second is also true. And I'm saying that which is not true. So neither one nor two is the answer. Why you are all confused? Madam, I have make sure that I will appreciate all of you, and this is a very basic question. I said not true, incorrect statement. So both the statements are correct. So neither one nor two is the correct answer, everyone. What happened? Next question. Which of the following best describe the state of infrastructure in low income countries? Which of the following statement describe the states of infrastructure in low income countries? Low income countries generally do not invest in building transport services. Low income countries generally do not invest in building irrigation. Low income countries does not invest in building power services, or low income countries generally do not invest in building telecommunication services. So which of the following is describing the state of infrastructure in low income countries? Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone. And that's why him I have given this answer, this question, social infrastructure. And that's why I've given this question. Why? Because correct and incorrect, you are all confused in this correct and incorrect thing, right? And that's why I've given this question. Which of the following statement best describe the infrastructure in low income countries? So infrastructure in low income countries. So the correct answer is what? Yes, if we talk about the correct answer, low income countries generally do not invest in the building telecommunication services. So obviously D is the correct answer. Okay, D. Yes. Next question. Globalization of Indian economies means what? Stepping up external borrowings, establishing Indian businesses abroad, having the minimum possible restriction on economic relation, giving up programs for import substitution. We have to answer this question. Everyone, globalization of Indian economy means what? Globalization of Indian economy means what? Stepping up external borrowing, establishing Indian business unit abroad, having the minimum possible restriction on economic relation with other countries, giving up programs for import substitution. Globalization means integration of various economies of the world. So when you are integrating means you are having minimum possible restriction on economic relation with the other countries. C is the correct answer here. C is the correct answer here. Everyone, C is the correct answer here. Okay, next question. Self reliance in the economic context implies that a country has sufficient foreign exchange reserves to buy all its need, export some of its good, but does not need to import anything, both A and B, or neither A nor B. Self reliance in the economic context implies that a country has what? sufficient foreign exchange reserve to buy all its need, export some of its good, but doesn't need to import anything, both A and B, or neither A nor B. So yes, both A and B is the correct answer, right? Now this is the last question, okay? I'm just winding up the session now. This is the last question. In the post independence period, economic reforms were first introduced under which government? PV Narasimha Rao, Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi 1985, or Janata Party 1977? Very easy. Post independence economic reforms 1991, PV Narasimha Rao government 1990. So the correct answer is A. The correct answer is A. So let's start discussing. Okay, everyone get ready. Let's start discussing. The very first question is, economics is what it ought to be. This statement refers to normative economics, positive economics, monetary economics, or fiscal economics. So economics is what it ought to be. This statement refers to normative, positive, monetary, or fiscal policies. Everyone, please answer this question, guys. Everyone, please answer this question. So the correct answer is C. When we are talking about normative and positive economics, so positive economics is actually telling you all about the facts, like India has a very high population, or we have a very high inflation, our export is this dollar. When we are talking about the facts, then it is known as the positive economics, whereas normative economics is like a suggestion we have to give to economy. Like for example, for controlling inflation, RBI should increase the repo rate. Now this should word used means this ought to be done in the economy to what? To fight the inflation. This is like a suggestion, advice. So it is a normative economics, right? So economics is what it ought to be. This statement is called as what? This statement is called as normative economics. Economics is what it ought to be. This statement refers to as the normative economics. Clear? This is the first question, everyone. Next, no issues, no issues. Next question. Now, let's talk about this question. In a recent economics seminar, there are different types of inflations and their implications are discussed in the economy. Now, you have to consider these four situations. A country experiencing a annual inflation rate, consistent annual inflation rate of 2.5%. Another nation sees the inflation rate of 7%. A third country faces an alarming situation where the prices doubled in just a few months. Lastly, a nation has an inflation of 15%, resulting in significant but manageable increase in the cost of living. Now you have to discuss which of the following statement is true. Now, I have already told you the four types of inflation: creeping, galloping, okay, trotting, and running inflation, if you all remember. So just classify these four statements first of all according to the speed of the inflation, and then just match it with the following statement. Everyone, just please answer this question. Try to read out, focus, and answer this question. Everyone, you guys, just please at least like the video. Whoever is watching this video, just at least please like the video. Now you have to do what for these type of question? First, you have to just analyze all the four situations. So we have discussed the four different type of inflation. Remember, reaping, then rooting, then what? Then walking, or you can say, sorry, running means galloping, and then there is an hyperinflation. So these are the four steps of the inflation. So depending upon these four steps of inflation, you have to describe first of all the or four situation. Everyone try to answer this question. Everyone, at least just try to answer this question. So, first, a country experiencing a consistent annual inflation rate of 2.5%. So, it is a crawling inflation. Crawling inflation means creeping inflation. First is a creeping inflation. Okay. Now, another nation sees a inflation rate rises to 7%. Now, this is walking inflation, or you can say trotting inflation, walking or trotting inflation. Okay. Third, a country faces an alarming situation where the prices doubled in just a few months. This is runaway inflation, means hyper. This is actually a runaway inflation, means hyper. Fourth, lastly, a nation has an inflation rate of 15%. It is actually running inflation, or you can say the galloping inflation. Simple. Now let's see. Situation one, describe runaway inflation. No. Situation two, illustrates creeping inflation. No. Third. Situation three, represent galloping inflation where the extreme prices growth rate observed. Let's consider this a good statement. Fourth, situation four is classified as hyperinflation. No. So, situation third is more or a hyper or runaway inflation. Okay, we can consider it as a hyperinflation, but if we talk about the correct scenario, yes, hyperinflation is actually over and above 1,000%. And when the prices are doubling, these are not over and above 1,000%. So we can safely say that yes, it can be a galloping inflation. We can safely say that it can be a galloping inflation. So C is the correct answer. And fourth is not a hyperinflation. For hyperinflation, we have to go beyond 1,000%. Okay, so situation third or the C is the correct answer for this situation. Okay, done everyone? Yes or no? Everyone, just please comment once. Clear? Right? Yes or no? Okay, next question. See, now you have to choose the correct statement here. The problem of economics arises from the plenty of resources. The term economics owes its origin to the Greek word oikonomia, which means household. Now you have to choose the correct statement here. Everyone, please answer this question. You have to choose the correct statement here. The problem of economics arises from the plenty of resources. The term economics owes its origin to the Greek word oikonomia, which means household. Everyone, please answer this question. Now you can easily answer this question, guys. Now you can easily answer this question, everyone. So Ruchi is saying B only second, Sharmila also B, Rigved C, Sunil C. We have to choose the correct statement here. We have to choose the correct statement here. Okay, Hema is also saying B. Now, the first, the problem of economics arises from the plenty of resources. No, we don't have plenty of resources. Actually, we have the scarcity of the resources. Actually, we have what? We have the scarcity of the resources. We don't have the plenty of resources, right? So, first, if you are saying that the problem of economic arises from the plenty of resources, you are wrong because we have scarcity of the resources. Second, the word economics arises from a Greek word oikonomia, which means household. That is correct. So, only first is the wrong statement, second is the correct statement. So, B is the correct answer here. Okay, so whoever is watching and whoever has said B is the correct answer. We have to choose the correct statement, so second is the correct answer. Okay, done. Next question. See, in the realm of economics, various fundamental problems must be addressed when making decisions about the production and the consumption. One of these problems focuses on determining the specific group of individual who ultimately enjoys the benefit of the product. One of the more problem which focuses on determining the specific group of individual who ultimately enjoy the benefit of the goods produced. Now you have to choose the option which best describe this particular dilemma. The question of how to produce goods efficiently, the question of for whom to produce good, the question of what goods to produce in the first place, or none of the above currently address the issue. Very easy question. Very easy. So the problem is the specific. We have to determine the specific good of individual, group of individual who ultimately enjoy the benefit of the goods produced. Now, you have to describe which of the options best describe this economic dilemma. Everyone. Ma'am, only audio is there, no audio, video, both are there. You just have to exit and re enter the class. You just have to exit and re enter the class. Okay, please answer this question, everyone. Very easy question. Hema, Sunil, Rigved, Shamila, Ruchi, everyone, you have to answer this question. Very easy. You have to answer this question, guys. In the realm of economics, which of the following describe this particular condition? Everyone. So, there are three central problem of economics. First, what to produce means the choices of good. Okay. How to produce means the technique of production, and for whom to produce, choices of the group to which or who ultimately consume this product, right? So when we are determining the specific group of individual who ultimately enjoy the benefit of the goods produced, it is addressing the question of for whom to produce the good. So B is the correct answer here. B is what? B is the correct answer here. Done, everyone? Yes. Okay. Next question. Economics is a study of what? How society manages its unlimited resources, how to reduce our want until we are satisfied, how society manages its scarce resources which have alternative use, how to fully satisfy our limited wants. So, which of the following correctly defines economics? Which of the following correctly define economics? Everyone, please answer this question. Which of the following correctly define economics? Everyone. Which of the following correctly defines economics? Very easy. Yes, very easy. So we have a scarcity of resources, you know that. So how the society are managing its scarce resources, which already have alternative use. So C is the correct answer here. Okay. Next question. The term micro and macro was first introduced by whom? Adam Smith, Ragnar Frisch, J.M. Keynes, or none of the above. The term macro and micro was first introduced by whom? Adam Smith, Ragnar Frisch, J.M. Keynes, or none of the above. Please answer this question, guys. I have told you this. Micro and macro, this term where for the very first time has been introduced by the economist in the year 1933, and the economist's name was Ragnar Frisch. Yes, B is the correct answer. J.M. Keynes is considered as the father of macroeconomics. Adam Smith is considered as the father of modern economics, or you can say whole economics. Ragnar Fish was the first person who, for the very first time, coined this word micro and macro. Microeconomics and macroeconomics. Clear? Done? Clear? Good. Now, next question. Now you have to consider the following situation here. Okay, I'm just switching off the camera. Everyone, just consider the following situation and answer correctly. Okay, so you have to categorize which of the following is microeconomics or which of the following is macroeconomics. So you have to categorize here. Okay, a small business owner decide to raise prices in response to the higher borrowing cost. A government report shows that the national employment rate has increased due to the slowdown in economic growth. A consumer chooses to delay purchasing a new car because of higher monthly loan payments. An economist analyzes how changes in consumer confidence affect the overall GDP growth. Now, please answer this question. Now, please answer this question, everyone, you guys. Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, just read out, take your time, answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question. Please answer this question, guys. Very easy. So Sunil has said C and everyone else. Sunil has said C and everyone else. You have to just check it out which of the following is micro and which of the following is macro. Very easy. Micro means deals with individual unit. Macro means the aggregate, total. Okay. Now let's talk about the first situation. A small business owner decided to raise prices in response to the higher borrowing cost. This is talking about individual. So it is a microeconomics. A government report shows that the national unemployment rate has increased. This is macro simple because we are talking about nation as a whole. A consumer chooses to delay a purchasing of the new car. It is micro simple, dealing with individual. An economist analyzes how consumer confidence affect the overall GDP. Overall GDP growth, it is macro. Right now, let's talk about statement 2 is micro, statement 1 is macro. Statement 2, Mike, no, it's wrong. 1 and 3 are macro. No, wrong. Statement 3 is macro. 3 is no, macro. Statement 1 is micro. True, and statement 2 is macro. True. So A is the correct answer here. It's so easy question. This is so easy question, everyone. Clear? Any doubt here, everyone, you guys? Any doubt? At least just please like the video, everyone who is watching this session. At least just please like the video, guys. At least just please like the video. Okay? Next question. In a laissez-faire economy, the customer take all the decisions regarding the production of commodities. The government does not interfere in the free functioning of demand and supply. Private sector takes all the decision for the prices determination of various commodities. The government control the allocation of the factors of production. Laissez-faire. Now, just remember what is laissez-faire and answer this question correctly. Laissez-faire and answer this question correctly, right? And just everyone give me 5 minutes. I am coming. Everyone, I want to have a 5 minute break here. Meanwhile, just analyze this question and answer it. Okay, I'm just coming in 5 minutes. Everyone, you guys. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about this question, everyone. First of all, the laissez-faire. First of all, let me discuss what is laissez-faire. Laissez-faire means non-interference. If you all remember, what is laissez-faire? Laissez-faire means what? Laissez-faire means non-interference. And non-interference, this word is used actually for the market economy, or you can say capitalist economy, where the government is interfering very less in the economy, right? So laissez-faire means when the government does not interfere in the free functioning of the demand and supply, then it is called as laissez-faire. Laissez-faire means does not interfere, non-interference. So B is the correct answer here. So Shirish is correct, Sunil is correct, and Hima. Yes. So where are everyone? Why you don't answer? Each and every one of you. So there are 13 bankers who are watching this session. So you have to answer. You have to participate in the class. This is all behind the objective for this class, right? You have to participate, everyone. Now, next question. Which of the following correctly defines the characteristics of capitalist system of economy? Capitalist: competition, income equality, minimum governmental intervention. You have to choose the correct answer here. Capitalist economy, which of the following is a characteristic of the capitalist economy here? Please answer this question. Which of the following is a system of a capitalist economy here? Everyone, please answer this question. Capitalist economy. Which of the following is or are the characteristic of the capitalist economy? Capitalist. First of all, capitalist economy means the interference of the private sector, or the domination of the private sector is there in the economy, right? So when private sector is dominating, competition is there. Yes, competition is there. Income equality, no, there should be no income inequality. Equality, there are income inequalities. Minimum governmental intervention, yes, that is called as the laissez-faire. So yes, first and third, these are the characteristic of e capitalist economy. So A is the correct answer here, everyone. Yes, A is the correct answer here. Next question. Movement along the same demand curve is known as. Movement along the same demand curve is known as extension and contraction, increase and decrease, contraction of supply, or increase in supply. Very easy. You can answer this question. Movement along the same demand curve. Remember, movement along the same demand curve is known as what? Everyone, please answer this question. Movement. Shirish, movement along the same demand curve is known as. When there is a movement along the same demand curve, yes, Sunil, it is called as extension and contraction. So, movement along the same demand curve occurs when prices are changing or affecting the demand of the particular product, and all the other factors are what? Are considered to be as constant. So when prices are fluctuating and all the other factors are constant, then it is called as what? Then it is called as the movement along the same demand curve. And when there is a movement, this can be called as extension and contraction, means when the price is increasing and demand is decreasing. Demand is decreasing, it is called as contraction, and the demand curve is moving upward. Remember? And when the prices is decreasing, demand is increasing. It is called as what? Extension. And in extension, the demand curve is moving downward, but along the same demand curve. Okay, so A is the correct answer here. Everyone, A is the correct answer here. Next question. When there is a change in the demand leading to a shift of demand curve to the right, when there is a change in the demand leading to a shift in the demand curve to the right at the same prices before, the quantity demand will increase, decrease, remain the same, or contract. Very easy. Read out and answer this question, everyone. So you have to understand what the question is asking, and then you have to answer this question. Everyone, please just answer this question, guys. When there is a change in the demand leading to the shift of demand curve to the right. So when there is a shifting of demand curve to the right means the prices are constant, prices are same, and the other factors are affecting the demand first of all. And when the demand curve is shifting to the right, it means that there is an increase in the demand curve. And when the demand curve is shifting to the left means there is a decrease in the demand, right? So second is the correct answer. Yes. So Jamini, second is the correct answer. Rigved, second. Okay, it is increase. It does not remain the same. Okay. Next question. According to the law of diminishing marginal utility, as the amount of goods consumed increase, the marginal utility of the goods tends to improve, diminishes, remain constant, or first diminish, then improve. According to the law of diminishing marginal utility, very easy. According to the law of diminishing marginal utility, everyone, according to the law of diminishing marginal utility, as the amount of goods consumed increases, the marginal utility of the goods tends to improve, diminishes, remain constant, or first diminish, then improve. The correct answer is Brajesh, why first diminishing then improve? Law of diminishing marginal utility says that as we go on consuming the same product, the marginal utility of that particular product tend to diminish. So B is the correct answer. It is tend to diminish. So B is the correct answer. Clear? Right? Next. Which of the following statement is not correct here? This is same regarding the law of diminishing marginal utility. Which of the following statement is not correct here? When the total utility is maximum, marginal utility is zero. When total utility is decreasing, marginal utility is negative. When total utility is increasing, marginal utility is positive. When total utility is max, marginal utility and average utility are equal. You have to answer this question. So, three stages of law of diminishing marginal utility. Remember the three stages. I have given detail in the class. Remember the three stages of law of diminishing marginal utility. Everyone, at least just please like the video. Guys, at least just please like the video. Everyone. At least just please like the video. So the three stages of diminishing marginal utility. The first stage says that when the total utility is increasing, marginal utility is decreasing, but it is in positive number. When total utility is maximum, marginal utility is what? Zero. Okay. And when total utility is declining, marginal utility becomes negative. Now, when total utility, yes, this is correct. Total utility is decreasing, yes, this is correct. Total utility is increasing, marginal utility is positive, yes, it is declining, but it is positive. So, what is not correct? D is the not correct statement here, everyone. D is not the correct statement, right? So you have to choose the incorrect statement. Not correct. Everyone, क्या हो गया है आप सबको आज? What happened to you all today? Okay, I think so. You haven't drink your morning tea now. Okay, that's why you are just saying anything. Okay, so the correct answer is D. D is the correct answer. Okay, now next question. The supply of the goods refers to what? The supply of goods is what? Amount of good offered for sale at a particular price per unit of time. Total existing stock of the good. Stock available for sale. Actual production of the goods. What is called as the supply of the good? Which of the following best define the supply of the good? Everyone. Which of the following best define the supply of the good? Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone. Supply of goods. So, what is the definition of the supply of goods? Shirish has said A, and the correct answer is also A. Right, it is the amount of goods which is offered for sale at a particular price per unit in a particular time. That is called as the supply of good. So, A is the correct answer. Good, everyone. Okay, very easy. Next question. Now, you have to choose the correct statement here. Correct statement. Choices is created by the abundance of resources. Goods and services are produced at least cost and no resources are wasted. In mixed economy, all the decisions are taken by the central authority. In a free market economy, the allocation of the resources are determined by the consumer preference. When the supply curve moves to left, it means supply increases. You have to choose the correct statement here. Correct statement, everyone. You have to choose the correct statement. Everyone, you have to choose the correct statement here. Correct statement. Everyone, you have to choose the correct statement. Everyone, you guys. Easily. All the five statement. Please analyze these five statement and answer the following question. Please analyze these five statements and answer the following question. So you are saying A is the correct answer. First is correct, third is correct, fourth is correct, and fifth is correct. Now, acha, let's see. All of you are saying A, whereas all of you are saying wrong. Choices are created by the abundance of the resources. How? We have abundance of resources. No, we have scarcity of the resources. Okay. So why A is the correct answer? Why A is the correct answer? Acha, why you think that A is the correct answer? Everyone, just tell me why. Why you are saying A is the correct answer? Abundance means which have plenty or large quantity. We have scarcity of the resources. We have not large quantity. So A is wrong statement. Simple. Goods and services are produced at least cost and no resources should be wasted. Yes, this is correct. We have to produce goods and services at minimum cost and we should make sure that no resources should be wasted during this process. In mixed economy, all the decisions are taken by the central authority. No, there are this is the economy where no domination is created. Free market economy, the allocation of the resources is done by the consumer preference. Yes, why? Because free market economy means the economy which are dependent upon demand and supply. Demand and supply means it is a market economy, or you can say it is a capitalist economy. And when the capitalist economy is there, consumer preferences are there. When the supply curve moves to left, it means supply increases. No, it means supply decreases. Okay, so the correct answer is second and fourth is the correct statement. C is the correct answer. Okay, मैं पक्का, I'm sure that you haven't drink your morning tea yet. Everyone, you are all just in the sleeping mode and you are just answering your question. You have to make your game strong, everyone. This is module B. This is not an easy module. Okay, this is a module B. This is not an easy module for you all, right? Okay. Next question. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Now choose the incorrect statement. Broad money is currency with the public plus demand deposit with the banking system plus other deposit with RBI. Narrow money is M3, which is M1 plus time deposit with the bank plus other deposit with the RBI. M4 is equals to M3 plus all deposit with the post office saving bank. Reserve money is circulation currency in circulation plus banker deposit with RBI plus other deposits with RBI. Now you have to choose the incorrect statement here. Incorrect statement here. Everyone just please choose the incorrect statement here. Very easy. Just listen this question and please answer this question. Everyone, you guys. Don't don't make a mistake here. Read out carefully and answer this question. We have to choose the incorrect statement. Read out this question and answer it. Incorrect. The wrong statement, everyone. We have to choose the wrong statement here. Everyone, you guys, we have to choose the wrong statement here. We have to choose the wrong statement. So everyone, see, it's a request that if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, see, all of you, if you have subscribed this channel, you actually got the notification from the YouTube itself when I have started this session. Yes or no? So I have shared the session late, 1 minute late in all the groups, right? But you are notified by the YouTube itself. And that is what the advantage of subscribing. So please subscribe and press the bell notification icon so that whenever there is any new video uploaded, any strategy video I am uploading, any shorts I am uploading, any important information I have to give you all, or there is any marathon, that all should be in this particular channel. So you have to subscribe it and press the bell notification icon also to get the notification from the bank or from the YouTube itself. Okay. So now you are all confused. So Hema, yes, very good. Hema is correct here. Why you are only seeing this? Why you are only seeing this? First of all, when we are talking about broad money, the broad money is not this. The definition of broad money is actually this. Broad money is M1 plus time deposit plus other deposit with RBI and banks. And narrow money definition is given here. So narrow money is called as M1, broad money is called as M3. So these both are wrong. Why? Because see, I just have interchanged these words. Whereas third and fourth is the correct statement. We have to choose the incorrect statement. So first is the incorrect statement. A is the incorrect statement here. Narrow money is M1. The definition of the narrow money is currency with the public plus demand deposit with the banking system plus other deposit with RBI. Whereas their second definition is of broad money. Broad money is called as M3, which is M1 plus time deposit plus other deposits. Clear? Done? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Clear? Can we move to the next question, everyone? Can we move to the next question, everyone? Okay, next question. You have to choose the following statement, correct statement. You have to choose the correct statement this time. Okay, correct statement. The weightage of food in CPI is higher than in WPI. The WPI does not capture the prices of services which CPI does. The Reserve Bank of India has now adopted the wholesale price index as the key measure of the inflation. Now, please answer this question, everyone. Focused and answer this question. This is module B, complicated module, the most complicated module because you have to focus on the concepts and concepts and concepts. I have already told you that module B is going to be tough. We can get a lot of tricky questions from module B. Okay, module A is very easy if we compared it to module B, right? Now, please answer this question. So, Vamsi is saying that all of these statements are correct. Vamsi, please read out it again. Krishna, just please read out again. Kritupi, sorry, Kirutika, please read out again. Just please read out again. Sunil is saying A. True. Right. First, the weightage of food is higher in CPI than in WPI. Correct statement. Because in WPI, fuels and energy, the weightage of fuels and energies are more. In CPI, the weightage of foods are more. Right? And WPI doesn't capture the changes in the prices of services which CPI does. CPI give you the changes in the prices of goods and services both. Okay. WPI just only give you the changes in the prices of services. Sorry, goods, not services. The second is correct. Third, RBI has adopted WPI as the key measure of inflation. No, CPI is the main or key measure of inflation. For policy making, if we talk about the policy making condition, yes, then WPI you can answer. So, which inflation is used for policy making? WPI. Which inflation is the key measure of inflation which RBI is adopted? CPI. So the correct answer is A. Only first and second is the correct statement. Okay, done. Correct, Hima. Ruchi, good. Correct. Can we move to the next question then? Yes, Shamila. Next question. You have to again select the correct statement here. RBI uses CPI released by NSO for inflation purpose. The CPI base year is 2004 to 5. Now just please choose and answer this question correctly. Now please choose and answer this question correctly. Everyone, you guys. Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question, guys. You have to choose the correct statement here. RBI uses CPI which is released by NSO for inflation purpose. True. The base year for CPI is 2004 to 5. No, the base year for consumer price index is 2012. So the correct answer is only one. First is the correct statement here. Okay, no, 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 not C. No, it is first which is the correct answer. Okay, done, done, everyone. Okay, next question. Which of the following committees is for inflation targeting? Which of the following committee is for inflation targeting? Arvind Subramaniam Committee, Urjit Patel Committee, Narayan Governance Committee, or Kelkar Task Force? Inflation Targeting Committee. Everyone, which of the following is the Inflation Targeting Committee? Everyone, please answer this question. Inflation Targeting Committee. Which of the following is the Inflation Targeting Committee? Yes, Urjit Patel Committee. True, Urjit Patel Committee is Inflation Targeting Committee. So B is the correct answer. Next question. There is a general decline in the demand as economic activity slow down. General decline in the demand as economic activity slow down. First, inflation remains low and shows further sign of falling. Employment falls, unemployment rises. Industries resort to price cut to stay in the business. The above are the characteristic of which depression, recovery, boom, or recession. Very easy. Now you have to answer this question. Very easy question. You have to just remember and answer this question. Everyone, just please answer this question. Very easy. You can all answer this question. There is a general decline in the demand as economic activity slows down, right? So, first, inflation remains low or shows further sign of falling. Employment falls, unemployment rises. Industries resort to price cut to stay in business. The above statement are the characteristic of what? Shirish, again, just read out the question, please. So, general decline in the demand. Okay, first of all, the demand is low. Inflation is low, means the prices are less. Okay, employment falls, unemployment rises. So, this is actually the recession. Okay, this is actually a recession. And recession, the extreme case of recession is depression, right? So D is the correct answer. This is the situation which perfectly defined recession. Okay, done. Okay, now let's see, this is the last question and let's wind up the session here because we have to start the paid class also. Which of the following does not come under the revenue expenditure? Which of the following does not comes under the revenue expenditure, you guys, everyone? Which of the following does not comes under the revenue expenditure? Everyone, please answer this question. Which of the following doesn't come under the revenue expenditure? So, everyone, please, please, Hema, please, Shirish, please, Kirutika, please, just please focus. Does not come under the revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure, neither your financial liabilities are decreasing nor your assets are increasing. Subsidy, revenue expenditure. Interest, revenue expenditure. Pension, revenue expenditure. So none of the above is the correct answer because all comes under the revenue expenditure. So okay, so let's start discussing this module. See. So the very first question is, which of the following is not a is a non-intermediate financial institution? So module C, you know that the complete module C is fact-based topics, right? So you have to tell me which among the following is non-intermediate financial institution. PNB, IRDA, NABARD, or SEBI? Everyone, please answer this question. Non-intermediate financial institution. So when we are talking about the financial institution, there are three type of financial institution: regulatory, intermediaries, and non-intermediaries. Right? So which of the following is a non-intermediary financial institution? Okay, so now everyone is saying A. PNB, Punjab National Bank. So Punjab National Bank is actually a intermediate financial institution. So there are different commercial banks which provide loan and other financial assistance to the customer. They are considered as intermediate financial institution. PNB is one of the intermediate financial institution. So when we are talking about the non-intermediate financial institution, it is actually NABARD. Okay, NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. It is a non-intermediate financial institution. Clear? So C is the correct answer, everyone. No. Okay, so now you have to choose the incorrect statement here. Incorrect statement. Okay. First, financial instruments are in the nature of the financial product and services. These include instrument on the assets as well as the liability side of the financial institution's balance sheet. Second, financial instruments on the liability side of the balance sheet include loan and advances and investments and placements and derivatives, whereas financial instrument on the asset side of the balance sheet include deposits, money accepted from the customer for remittance, insurance policies, mutual funds, etc. So you have to choose the incorrect statement here. Read out the question carefully and just choose the incorrect question. Everyone, just read out the question carefully and you have to choose the incorrect statement here. Everyone, guys. Incorrect statement. So you are saying B. Second and third are the incorrect statement. Everyone else, just please answer this question, guys. Everyone, just please answer this question. Okay, Krishna is also saying B. Sharmila is saying C. First and third are the incorrect statement. Okay. And everyone else, just please at least like and share the video. Whoever is watching this session, is a request, guys, that please at least like and share the video. Whoever is watching this session, at least just please like and share the video. Okay. Okay. So we have to choose the incorrect statement here. Okay. So now think. Financial instruments are in the nature of financial product and services. These include instrument on the asset as well as liability side of the financial institution's balance sheet. So that is correct. Okay. Now, financial institutions balance sheet, when we are concerning about the financial institutions balance sheet, so on the liability side, you are seeing loans. Loans are not a liability for the financial institution. They are considered as the liability for us customer, whereas when we are talking about the loan and advances and investments, these are actually considered as the assets of the financial institution. Whereas there are different financial instruments which are considered on the liability side, and the liabilities are the money which is accepted as a deposit from the public. Insurance, these are considered as liabilities for the financial institution. So, second is wrong and third is wrong. So, B is the correct answer because we have to choose the incorrect statement. First is the correct statement. Clear? Done? Yes, it is also a part of AFM. Right. Done. Next question. Now, the very first commercial bank which has been set up in India was the very first commercial bank which has been set up in India was. Everyone who is watching this video, just please at least like the video, guys. At least just like the video, everyone. Okay, so you have to tell me the very first commercial bank which has been set up in India. Yes, the very first commercial bank which has been set up in India was considered as the Bank of Hindustan. Bank of Hindustan has been established in 1770. Although it was a European bank which has been set up in India, set up by Alexander and Maser Company, right? So it was the very first bank in India, but it was not the Indian bank, right? It was the European bank which has been established in India. So A is the correct answer. Done? A is the correct answer. Next question. We have to choose the correct statement regarding pre-independence phase 1 of the financial era. We have to choose the correct statement regarding pre-independence phase 1 of the financial era, right? First, during this time, the Bombay Stock Exchange was established and it was Asia's first stock exchange. Second, the ending of a central bank, namely the Reserve Bank of India, was recommended by Hilton Young Commission. The nationalization of RBI was done during this phase. Pre-independence phase 1 of financial era. So pre-independence. So when we are talking about the pre-independence, we have to choose the correct statement regarding what were the you can say what were the situations and what were the um things that happened during the pre-independence phase 1. So we have to choose the correct statement, everyone here. Everyone, just please answer this question. Whoever is watching this video, at least just please like the video. At least just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Okay, now Lakshmi is saying C is the correct answer. One second. Sharmila is saying A. During, okay, first is the correct answer, and everyone else. Now, I want every one of you to answer this question. See why I am taking this marathon for your own practice. Okay, this is not for mind revision. This is for you practice, right? So kindly just participate in the class. answer each and every question. We have to choose the correct statement regarding the pre-independence phase one of the financial era. So now see, when we are talking about the first, during this phase, Bombay Stock Exchange. So first tell me in which year Bombay Stock Exchange has been established. So Bombay Stock Exchange was established in 1875 and it was Asia's oldest and the first stock exchange, right? 1875, yes, the pre-independence phase, it was set up before the independence. Second, the setting up of a central bank, namely Reserve Bank of India, by the Hilton Young Commission. Hilton Young Commission recommended the establishment of RBI in 1927. Then RBI Act has been passed in 1934, and according to that, RBI has been established in 1935. Right? All of these were happened before the independence time. So, oh yes, second is also correct. And third, the nationalization of Reserve Bank of India was done during this phase. So nationalization of RBI 1949. Now 1949 is after independence, means it is the post independence time period, right? So it was done in 1949, it was established in 1935, and it was established in 1875. So these two were the pre-independence time period and this was post independence time period. So first and second is the correct answer. C is the correct answer here. Okay, done everyone? Clear? Yes or no? Everyone, yes, clear? Can we move to the next question then? Can we move to the next question, everyone? Yes or no? Ruchi, Mohan, Sharmila, Sunny, Gopal, Hema, Shirish. Okay, good. Next question. Choose the correct statement regarding post-independence phase second of the financial era. Okay, Hemach. Okay, Sunil. Okay, answer this question. Choose the correct statement regarding post-independence era. Now you have to choose which of the following happened during post-independence. Okay, it was the time period. The time period is classified as from 1947 to 1991. This phase commenced with the nationalization of RBI, followed by SBI. Then the post independence phase marked by the extreme turbulence in the financial market, which led to the closing of number of banks. Okay, so you have to answer post independence phase second. So clearly just see this and answer the question. Okay, now you are saying C again, first and second. Post independence phase. Again, read out the question and then answer. So it was from the time period 1947 to 1991. Correct. Okay, time period is correct. The phase was commenced with the nationalization of RBI 1949 and followed by SBI 1955. True. Okay, it was done during this phase. True. The post independence faced by the extreme turbulence in the financial market. This extreme turbulence actually happens during 1920s, because of which in 1927 Hilton Young Commission recommended the establishment of Reserve Bank of India, right? So 1920s it was actually the pre-independence phase. So third is wrong. Yes, first is second is the correct answer. C is the correct answer here. Done. Right, C is the correct answer here. Right, everyone, C is the correct answer here. Done. Can we move to the next question, everyone? Can we move to the next question? Okay, next question. The second phase of nationalization of the banks took place in 1980s during the prime ministerial tenure of Indira Gandhi. Which bank was nationalized in this period? Indian Overseas Bank, Central Bank of India, Canara Bank, or Vijaya Bank? So you have to tell me the second phase of the nationalization actually took place in 1980s. So you have to tell me which bank was nationalized in this period. Second phase of nationalization. Which bank was nationalized during this period? Everyone. So second phase of nationalization, just tell me all about the second phase of nationalization. Just tell me completely about the second phase of nationalization. Everything about the second phase of nationalization. Second phase of nationalization, everyone. First of all, phase of nationalization was done in 1980, and the total was six banks, and the deposit criteria was 200 crores. So Indira Gandhi announced that whichever the bank has the total deposit of more than 200 crore, then they were to be nationalized. Okay. Now, when we are talking about this particular time period, six banks were nationalized. Okay. Now, six banks were Andhra Bank, okay, Andhra Bank, Cooperation Bank, Punjab and Sindh Bank, Vijaya Bank, Oriental Bank of Commerce, and New Bank of India. So these were the six banks which was nationalized during this phase. So obviously Vijaya Bank was nationalized during this phase. So D is the correct answer here. Done. D. Right, right, everyone. D is the correct answer. Okay, next question. Regional rural banks were set up during which phase? Regional rural bank. First phase of development of the financial institution, or sorry. Hmm. Okay. Regional Rural Bank was set up during this phase. First phase of development of financial system, second phase, third phase, or fourth phase. Okay, everyone. Regional Rural Bank was set up during which time period? Everyone, please answer this question. First of all, you just tell me when was the first Regional Rural Bank was established, in which year, the name of the first regional rural bank, and who recommended the regional rural bank. All the four information. First, tell me about this. All the four information, but first tell me about this. The first regional rural bank, the name of the very first regional rural bank was, everyone, Hema, Gopal, Lakshmi, Sunil, Krishna, Sharmila, everyone. The name of the very first regional rural bank. So the name of the very first regional rural bank was actually the Pratham Gramin Bank. The very first bank was Pratham Gramin Bank. Now, Pratham Gramin Bank was established in 1975, to be precise, 2nd October 1975. Okay, it was recommended by Narasimha Committee. So, Narasimha Committee actually recommended the establishment of the regional rural bank. Okay, now you must know that what is the time period of the first, second, third, and the fourth phase. Now, see the time period. So, first phase of the development is actually before 1947. Second phase, which is post independence, 1947 to 1991. Third phase is from 1991 to 2010. That is post liberalization. And the fourth is post global financial crisis phase, which is from 2010 to present. So 1975, obviously it falls here, 1975. So phase second is the correct answer. This is the correct answer. Clear? Everyone? Yes or no? Guys, everyone who is watching this video, at least just like, everyone, whoever is watching this video, kindly just please at least like the video, right? Okay, and if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, see, I will going to take the final marathons of 4 hours or 3 hours in this channel, and I am going to discuss module C for PPP also in this channel, then module D for IE IFS and PPP both on this channel. So kindly just please everyone, if you haven't subscribed this channel, subscribe and press the bell notification icon. Okay, done. Good. Now next thing, name the committee which recommended the nationalization of Imperial Bank of India in 1955. Name the committee which has recommended the nationalization of Imperial Bank of India in 1955. Now just focus and answer, everyone. Now just focus and answer, everyone, you guys. Focus and answer. Name the committee which recommended the nationalization of what? Which recommended the nationalization of Imperial Bank of India. So you know that there were three presidency bank: Bank of Bombay, Bank of Madras, and Bank of Calcutta, right? These three presidency bank were merged into Imperial Bank of India in 1921. Okay, now, Imperial Bank of India was nationalized in 1955 and the name has been converted to State Bank of India SBI, right? And this Imperial Bank of India was converted into State Bank of India by the recommendation of Gorewala Committee, Gorewala Committee's recommendation. So B is the correct answer, right? B is the correct answer. Clear? It was from the Gurdwala committee recommendation. Okay, Gurdwala committee. Only Manasi is correct here. Only Mansi is correct here. Right? Now, next. Which of the following is not true? Read out the question carefully and then answer. Not true regarding the non-scheduled bank. Which of the following is not true regarding non-scheduled bank? First, non-scheduled banks are listed in the second schedule of RBI Act. They non-scheduled banks are eligible to effect borrowing from RBI for their everyday operation. They are not eligible to become the members of the clearing houses, and as such, their customers are hindered in being unable to collect checks proceeds. These banks are federated with the state cooperative banks and enjoy remittance and other facilities through the state cooperative bank to which they are federated. So, which of the following is not true regarding the non scheduled bank? Everyone, not true regarding the non scheduled bank. You can answer, everyone. Which of the following is not true or incorrect regarding the non scheduled bank? Read out carefully. Everyone, just please read out the question carefully and then answer. Not true regarding non scheduled bank. Everyone. Okay, so D Sunny is saying D second only is not true regarding non scheduled bank. Again, just read out the question, everyone. I'm saying that please again read out the question, everyone. Not true regarding the non scheduled bank. I'm saying that you have to select the incorrect one regarding the non scheduled. Not true regarding non scheduled bank. D, second only. All of you are saying D. Why? Okay. See, D is incorrect. Okay. And then all the third three are correct. We have to check which is of the following are incorrect statement regarding the non-scheduled bank. Again, I am saying that read out carefully. Okay, use your mind and then answer. Okay, Sunil said B and it is correct. We have to choose incorrect, guys. First of all, non-scheduled are listed in the second schedule of RBI Act. False. These are not listed in the second schedule of RBI Act 1934. The non-scheduled bank are not eligible to borrow from RBI for their everyday operation. They are eligible to borrow only in the specific conditions, right? Third, they are not eligible to become the member of the clearing house, correct? Okay. When we are talking about these banks, these are federated with the state cooperative bank, correct? So third and fourth are correct. First and second are incorrect. So B is the correct answer here. We have to choose the incorrect statement, guys. We have to choose the incorrect statement, guys. Right? Everyone, so B is the correct answer. Clear? Yes or no? Clear? Yes or no? Done? Can we move forward? Can we move to the next question? And everyone who is watching this video, kindly please like this video. Kindly everyone just please like and share this video. Okay, next question. Now, before next question, these are all the things related to a non-scheduled bank, and I have listed everything here. I just pasted the screenshot so that for your revision it is easier, right? Non-scheduled banks. Clear? Done. Now, next question. Choose the correct statement regarding local banks. Now, we have to choose the correct statement regarding the local bank. First, each local area bank is registered as a private company under the Companies Act. However, they are licensed under the Banking Regulation Act 1949. The local area banks are scheduled banks. The minimum startup capital of a local area bank was fixed at rupees 5 crore. Now you have to choose which of the following statement is correct regarding the local area bank. Everyone, please answer this question. Correct statement. Which of the following is the correct statement regarding the local area bank? Everyone, please answer this question. Choose. Everyone, just please choose and answer this question. Very easy. You can all answer this question. Very easy. You can all answer this question. You have to choose the correct statement regarding the local area bank. Each local area bank is registered as a private company under the Companies Act. So now you are all confused. Now you are all confused. Here some are saying correct also, but maximum. Okay. Each local area bank, first of all, is registered as a private company first. They are actually registered as a public limited company. Okay, so local area bank are not private. These are a public limited company which are registered under the Companies Act. However, they are licensed under the Banking Regulation Act 1949. That is true. So, because of the first line, this is the wrong statement. Local area bank are scheduled bank false. They are considered as the non-scheduled bank. The minimum startup capital of lab was fixed at 5 crore. Right. So only third is the correct statement. C is the correct answer here. So yes, Gopal is correct and Roy, Bishwanath Roy is correct. Rest everyone is wrong. Okay. So yes, C is the correct answer, everyone. Clear? Done? Yes or no, everyone? Can we move to the next question? Right. Next question. Reserve Bank of India constituted a committee headed by whom to study the comprehensive financial service for small business and low income household. So the committee's name was this. You have to tell me the Reserve Bank of India has instituted a committee headed by whom? These are the four options. Naket Moore Committee, Raghuram Rajan, Dr. Manmohan Singh or C.D. Dashmukh Committee. Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone. Reserve Bank of India constituted a committee headed by whom to study the comprehensive financial services for small business and low income household. Everyone. Yes, it was by Moore committee, so A is the correct answer. It was by Moore committee, so yes, A is the correct answer. True, everyone. Where is Shirish? Why Shirish is not answering any question? Shirish is not present in the class. And whoever, everyone, just please at least like the video, guys. Whoever is watching this session, at least just please like the video. Next, choose the correct statement about the payment banks. Now we have to choose the correct statement regarding the payment bank. First, they are the universal bank. Second, they operate on a larger scale. Third, it need to have a minimum paid up capital of rupees 50 crore. We have to choose the correct statement regarding the payment bank. We have to choose the correct statement regarding payment bank. Everyone, we have to choose the correct statement regarding the payment bank. We have to choose the correct statement about the payment bank. Answer this question. Incorrect statement regarding the payment bank. Prasad, Roy. Okay, you are saying D. Prasad is saying C. D means none of the above. C, 1 and 3. Shirish is saying B. Gopal is saying D. Sunil is saying C. Hema, Krishna, Smriti, Ruchi. Everyone answer. Okay. When we are talking about the payment bank, first of all, the payment bank are the universal bank. False. Payment bank are not universal banks. These are actually a differentiated bank. Why they are called as differentiated bank? Because they are focusing on a special purpose, like the giving payment and remittance facilities to the unorganized sector. So they are not working as a universal bank, they are actually a differentiated bank. First, they operate on a larger scale. False, they operate actually on a smaller scale. Third, it need to have a minimum paid up capital of rupees 50 crore. For false, it need to have a minimum paid up capital of rupees 100 crores to set up a payment bank. So all the three are the wrong statement. So none of the one is the correct answer. That none of the one is the correct answer. Done? Clear? Yes. Next question. We have to choose the incorrect statement about the payments bank again. We have to choose the incorrect statement regarding the payment bank again. Payment bank can accept the deposit up to rupees 5 lakh per customer. They can accept demand deposit in the form of saving and current account. They are permitted to issue both debit and credit card. They are permitted to handle third party product like distribution of insurance and mutual fund. Now you have to choose the incorrect statement here. Incorrect statement here. Everyone, please answer this question. Incorrect statement. Read out. Read out and answer. Read out and answer. We have to choose the incorrect statement regarding the payment bank. Read out and answer. Mansi is saying A. Krishna is saying B. Sunny is saying D. Shirish is saying C. Hema is saying A. Okay. We have to choose the incorrect statement about the payment bank. First, payment bank can accept deposit of up to rupees 5 lakh per customer. False. They are allowed to accept a deposit of up to rupees 2 lakh per customer. Right? Now, they are permitted to issue both debit card and credit card. False. They are permitted to issue debit card but not credit card. Third, they are permitted to handle the third party products like distribution of insurance and mutual fund. That is correct. So, if we talk about the incorrect statement, first and second are the incorrect statement, and third are the correct statement. So, A is the correct answer here. Yes, A is the correct answer here. Everyone. A is the correct answer here. Done? Done, everyone? Can we move to the next question? Yes, Hema. Okay, next question C. Which of the following statement is or are correct about the small finance bank? Now we have to choose the correct statement regarding the small finance bank, right? Now, first of all, the minimum paid up equity for setting up a small finance bank was originally fixed at rupees 100 crores. This was subsequently increased to 200 crores. Second, the small finance bank are not subject to all prudential norms and regulations of RBI as applicable to existing commercial banks. So we have to choose the correct statement regarding the small finance bank. Small finance bank. Okay, now all of you are saying A is the correct answer. So what is wrong in B then? What is wrong in B then? Everyone, what is wrong in B then? So yes, the minimum paid up capital for the small finance bank was originally fixed at 100 crore and it was increased to 200 crore. True. Small finance bank are not subject to all prudential norms and regulations of RBI as applicable to the existing commercial banks. Wrong. So the small finance bank are actually subject to all prudential norms and regulation. So yes, first is the correct answer, second is the wrong one. We have to choose the correct statement. So A is the correct answer. One only is the correct statement here. Everyone. Done. Clear? Now next question. We have to choose the difference between cooperative banks and commercial bank. Now choose the difference between the cooperative bank and the commercial bank. First, cooperative banks issue shares of unlimited liability, whereas the commercial banks issue shares of limited liability. In a cooperative bank, one shareholder has only one vote, irrespective of the number of shares he or she may hold. In a commercial bank, the voting right of a shareholder is determined by the number of shares he possesses. We have to choose the correct difference between the cooperative bank and the commercial bank. Now, which of the following is the correct statement here? Correct difference between cooperative and commercial bank, everyone. We have to choose the correct statement here. Cooperative banks issues shares of unlimited liabilities while commercial bank issues shares of limited liability. True or false? Yes, it is true. Cooperative bank issues shares which have unlimited liability while commercial banks issue shares of limited liability. True. In a cooperative bank, one shareholder has only one vote irrespective of the shares he or she may hold. Very good, true. Whereas in commercial bank, the voting right of the shareholders is determined by the number of shares he possesses, right? So both are the correct statement here. So both one and second is the correct answer. Both are the correct statement here, right? Everyone, both is the correct answer. Done? Clear? Yes or no? Now, next question. Mark the incorrect statement in relation with the merger of the bank. So, incorrect statement with the merger of the bank. Bank of Baroda, Oriental Bank of Commerce, and Vijaya Bank has been merged to form Bank of Baroda. Union Bank, Dena Bank, and Cooperation Bank has been merged to form Union Bank of India. Canara and Syndicate Bank has been merged to form Canara Bank. Indian and Allahabad Bank has been merged to form Indian Bank. We have to choose the incorrect statement regarding the merger of banks. Incorrect statement regarding the merger of the bank. Everyone, we can answer this question very easy. You can all answer this question, guys. You can all answer this question. We have to choose the incorrect statements regarding the merger of the bank. Gopal is saying C is the incorrect one. And everyone else? Everyone, you guys, please answer this question. Okay, so C. Okay. Yes, first and second are wrong, and third and fourth are the correct one. Yes, so C is the correct answer. Now let's talk about the merger of bank. First of all, in 1993, Government of India actually merged New Bank of India with PNB. This was the first merger. Then 2019, Vijaya Bank and Dena Bank merged into Bank of Baroda. This was in year 2019. Then 2019, later in 2020, there was different banks like Oriental Bank of Commerce and United Bank of India merged into Punjab National Bank. Allahabad Bank merged into Indian Bank, Syndicate Bank merged into Canara Bank, and Cooperation Bank and Andhra Bank merged into Union Bank of India. So you have to learn these merger because this is very important. Okay, from the very first 1993 till now, whatever the mergers have been happened, you have to learn that. Okay, you can just get question from these mergers also, right, everyone? Okay, next question. Following the assets which are eligible for being invested in for the maintenance of the statutory liquidity ratio. So you have to check which of the following assets are eligible for the maintenance of a statutory liquidity ratio. Cash, Gold valued at a price not exceeding the current market price. Investment in the specified instrument, which will be referred as statutory liquidity ratio securities, and other securities which are directed by Reserve Bank of India. We have to choose the correct answer. Everyone. We have to choose the correct answer here. Which of the following are eligible for the maintenance of SLR, statutory liquidity ratio? Now, what is a statutory liquidity ratio? A statutory liquidity ratio means every bank has this condition that they have to deposit a fixed percentage of its total deposit with themselves, and it can be in any form, either in cash or in non-cash. Then these are called as a statutory liquidity ratio. So you have to tell me which are eligible for being invested in for the maintenance of a statutory liquidity ratio. So the correct answer for this question is all, yes. So cash, gold, investment, and other securities, all of the above are the correct answer. When we are talking about the cash reserve ratio can be maintained only in the form of cash, and these are maintained with RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Whereas statutory liquidity ratio, these can be maintained in any form, and this have bank has to maintain by itself, right? So SLR and CRR both are important. Okay, everyone. SLR and CRR both are important. Okay, now, which was the first development financial institution that was set up in India? The first DFI that was set up in India. The first DFI that was set up in India. The first DFI, Development Financial Institution, the very first development financial institution which has been set up in India was IDBI, SIDBI, ICICI, and IFCI. Yes, it was Industrial Finance Corporation of India, IFCI. Industrial Finance Corporation of India was the very first development financial institution that has been set up in India. So the correct answer is D, right? D is the correct answer. Good. Next question. The core business of IFCI is the main business of Industrial Finance Corporation of India is provide equipment finance, provide finance for the rehabilitation of industrial unit, project financing, or all of the above. So you have to tell me which of the following is the core business of IFCI, everyone. So kindly just give me a 2 minute break, everyone here. Okay. Meanwhile, just attempt this question and answer it, right? A 2 minute break, everyone. Just please, I am coming back. Okay. Meanwhile, just please answer this question. Okay. Okay, everyone. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is what? The core business of IFCI, the core business of Industrial Finance Corporation of India. The core business is actually the project financing. See, what is the main business? I have asked the question that what is the main business of Industrial Finance Corporation of India? The main business is the project financing. So C is the correct answer for all of you, right? C is the correct answer, everyone. Not D. No, not all of the above. It is C, which is the project financing, which is the main business and the core business of Industrial Finance Corporation of India. Right? Now, next. ICICI has been established in the year 1955 at the initiative of whom? World Bank, IMF, Government of India, or representative of Indian industry? Everyone. Okay. So ICICI has been established in year 1955 the initiative of whom? ICICI, Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India. ICICI Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India has been established at the initiative of whom? World Bank, IMF, Government of India, or representative of Indian industry? So the correct answer is yes. So the correct answer is C. ICICI has been established at the initiative of World Bank, Government of India, and representative of Indian industries, not IMF. So first, third, and fourth means A is the correct answer. ICICI, the full form is Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India. Clear? So A is the correct answer. Done. Yes, yes. Done. Cool. Next question. Which institution has been set up by ICICI to provide credit rating services to the corporate sector? Now, very easy, credit rating services to the corporate sector, which has been established to provide credit rating services to the sectors. Everyone, please answer this question, guys. Very easy. You can all answer this question. Yes. So, credit rating services, HDFC is giving credit rating services. No. The ICICI is giving credit rating services. No. Only the CRISIL is giving the credit rating services. Right. So, obvious answer is CRISIL, Credit Rating Information Service of India Limited. Obviously, B is the correct answer. This is the obvious answer for this question. Right. Yes. Next question. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Now, please choose the incorrect statement. SIDB was set up in 1994 under the Act of the Parliament, the SIDB Act 1993. Okay. Second, it provides direct and indirect finance to MSME sector and help in expanding market channels for the product of MSME in the domestic market only. So we have to choose the incorrect statement regarding the SIDB. Everyone, please answer this question. Sid B, we have to choose the incorrect statement regarding Sid B. Just please choose the incorrect statement regarding Sid B. Incorrect statement regarding Sid B. Okay, first, SIDB has been established in 1994. No, it has been established in 1990. Under the Act of Parliament, the SIDB Act 1989. Okay, so first is wrong. Second, it provided direct and indirect finance to MSME sector and help in expanding the marketing channel for the products of MSME in the domestic market only. false. It is not in only domestic market, domestic as well as the international market. Domestic as well as the international market. So both are wrong. So both 1 and 2 is the correct answer. We have to choose incorrect. Just please focus what the question is asking. We have to choose incorrect, right? So incorrect, both are incorrect. Okay, both are wrong statements. So C is the correct answer. Clear? Done? Yes or no? So let's start discussing this IE IFS module D, everyone. Okay, so let's discuss the very first question is what? We have to choose the correct statement here. First, non-recourse factoring. In this type of factoring, the factor does not take the risk on the default. If the debtor fails to repay the invoice, the liability fall on the business firm itself. That is known as non-recourse. Recourse, the liability of the bad debt remains with the factor and they cannot reclaim the money from the business in which the debtor defaults. So now you have to choose the correct statement regarding the course factoring and non-recourse factoring. Recourse factoring and non-recourse factoring. Everyone, please answer this question. Very easy. You can all answer this question. Everyone. Everyone, guys, please answer this question. Recourse and non-recourse factoring. Everyone, please answer this question. Recourse factoring and non-recourse factoring. Everyone. So what is the recourse factoring? This word, recourse and non-recourse. I have explained a lot of time this word. Recourse and not recourse or non-recourse. What is recourse and what is non-recourse? That you have to explain, everyone. So I'm not going to answer. You all have to answer. Just listen out carefully what is written. Non-recourse in this type of factoring, the factor does not take the risk of the default. Okay. If the debtor fails to repay the invoice, the liability fall on the business firm itself. Recourse factoring, the liability of the bad debt remain with the factor and they cannot reclaim the money from the business in the case of debtor default. Everyone, please answer this question. You have to choose the correct statement. So Gopal is saying C, Lakshmi is saying B, and everyone else, just please answer this question. Everyone else, please answer this question. See, when we are talking about recourse term, okay, and when we are talking about the non-recourse term, okay, now you are all confused with the very first question. This is not expected from all of you, right? And none of you have answered, okay? Recourse factoring is what? Recourse factoring means, for example, there is a seller, there is, you can say, a buyer, right? And this is the factor. Now just listen it carefully. Now, seller sell goods to buyer promise to pay. Now seller has bill of exchange, sellers want immediate payment, goes to a factor, present the bill, and factor presents the payment, immediate payment, and factors the bill, right? Later the factor send this bill of exchange to the buyer and the buyer pays, or buyer pays to the factor. Now what is recourse and what is non-recourse? Now, in this condition, see, when the factor present the bill of exchange to the buyer, and if here in this step, buyer defaults on payment, if in this step, buyer defaults on payment, okay? Now, if the buyer defaults on payment, the factor go back to the seller and demand for the compensation here, because factor says that I have given you the immediate payment with this bill of exchange, but now this bill of exchange is actually defaulted. Now you are responsible for giving back my money. So when the factors can demand compensation back from the seller or the business, then it is known as with recourse. It is known as with recourse. And without recourse means if the default happens, if buyer defaults, right? And factor has to absorb all the losses. Factor has to absorb all the losses by themselves. Okay, they cannot demand compensation from the seller. Then it is known as what? Then this is known as the non-recourse factoring. So in non-recourse factoring, factor have to absorb all the loss. Okay, and they cannot reclaim the money from the seller or from the firm. Whereas in recourse, factor don't have to absorb the loss, they can demand repayment from the seller. Now, both the statements are wrong because the statements are interchanged. This first statement is actually recourse factoring, and the second statement is non recourse factoring. So, if we choose the correct statement here, neither one nor two is the correct answer. Everyone, neither one nor two is the correct answer. Clear? Any doubt in this? Everyone, at least just please like the video, guys. At least just please like the video to the maximum you can. Everyone, just at least like the video, guys. No doubt, everything is clear. Whoever is watching this session, kindly just please at least like the video. Okay, give me a thumbs up also when you are done, when you have understood the complete thing. So just please at least give me a thumbs up. Okay, Lakshmi, done. Good, nice. Now, next question. See, forfeiture gives an undertaking to execute a specific forfeiting transaction at a firm discount rate within a specified time. Now, what is the fee for such undertaking is known as undertaking fees, commitment fees, blocked fees, and finance fees. Read out the question. Very easy question. You can all answer this question. So, you have to tell me forfeitor gives an undertaking that okay, I will execute the forfeiting transaction. You just proceed on with the buying and selling thing. Now you have to check that which of the following fee, when the forfeitor gives that undertaking that yes, I am responsible for giving the forfeitor amount, then what type of fee involved in this process? What is the fee that is involved in this process? So Naveen is saying B, Rigved is saying B, and everyone else, please answer this question. I want answer from each and every one of you. So the correct answer for this question is what? Yes, the fee is called as the commitment fees. This fees is called as commitment fees. Now understand that factoring and forfeiting. Factoring and forfeiting. These are the two very important concept of module D. The difference is very important. What is factoring? What is forfeiting? What is the difference between factoring and forfeiting? Very important for you all. So kindly just please take the book and just or take not even the book, from the PDF itself, just revise what is the difference between factoring and forfeiting, because the question can be asked in the examination. Okay, done. Okay, next question. Which committee recommended the creation of venture capital in India? It is a PYQ. This question is a PYQ. So, which committee recommended the creation of venture capital in India? Bhatt Committee, Malhotra Committee, SN Committee, and Narsimha Committee. Which committee recommended the creation of venture capital in India? Everyone, please answer this question. Venture capital in India. Which committee recommended the creation of venture capital in India? Guys, I want to answer from each and everyone. Now, this is what? This is a PYQ. Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question. Very simple. This is a PYQ. Plus, the question is asked in the examination. Everyone. And meanwhile, just tell me what is a venture capital. You also tell me what is a venture capital. So, everyone, the volume is low. From everyone's side, the volume is low, or everyone is getting my voice clearly. Everyone is experiencing low volume, or the voice is clear for everyone. Yes, it was a Bhatt committee, right? So you are all confused with A and B, but A is the correct answer. Bhatt committee. See, committees are very important. I am again telling you, committees are very, very important for all of you. Okay, so don't miss out any committee. Okay, venture capital. Now, if we talk about what is a venture capital, so venture capital is the institution that provide funding to the startup at a very early stage. Venture capital funds are the investments which are done by the venture capitalists in any startup at a very beginning or a early stage, that is called as venture capitalist. And which committee has recommended the creation of venture capital? It was the Bhatt committee, which has been established in year 1972. Bhatt committee, which has been established in 1972. Volume is low, volume issue is there. Actually, I'm just speaking a little bit low, but let me check once, because everything is clear here. The decibel is high and everything is good. Okay, next question. Which of the following characteristic regarding the venture capital funding is incorrect? So you have to choose the incorrect characteristic of the venture capital funding. They are the high risk investment made with an intention of making high profit. The investments made are based on the short term goals. The provider of the venture capital can participate in the management of the company. Money is invested generally by buying equity shares in the startup companies. Now, which of the following characteristic of the venture capital funding is incorrect? Everyone, which of the following is incorrect? Everyone, please answer this question and just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Everyone who is watching this session, just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. So the correct answer for this question is, at least whoever is watching this video, you have to like the session. Okay, so Naveen, Gopal, Krishna, Vivek, Mohan, you are all saying B. Only Naveen is saying C. Okay, so now when we are talking about the venture capitalist funding, we have to choose the incorrect statement. Just first of all, focus on this point. We have to choose the incorrect statement. They are the high risk investment made with an intention of making high profits. Right, correct statement. These investments are made on short term goals. No, it is actually made on a long term goal. So B is the correct answer because B is the incorrect statement. Okay, so B is the correct answer. Right, next question. Where is India's first international financial service center located? India's first international financial service center located. Where, everyone? This is also a PYQ, but it was asked in May June examination cycle of 2024. Right. So, where is India's first international financial service center, IFSC, located? India's first IFSC located. Now you are all saying A. Everyone, please answer this question. I want answer from each and everyone. Okay, so now you are all saying Mumbai. Mumbai. Every one of you is wrong. Well, Krishna, Kavita, Lakshmi, Vivek, Mohan, Gopal, Naveen, everyone. Only Hema is correct here. It is Gandhinagar, Gujarat, right? So, India's first international financial service center is actually located in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, right? So, this was a PYQ. Okay, done. C is the correct answer, everyone. Next question. Which type of non-banking financial companies function as an hosting agency for the development work? Which type of NBFC actually acting as a hosting agency for the development work? Asset finance company, infrastructure finance company, microfinance institution, or investment company? So the correct answer for this question is what? Everyone, please answer this question and please, everyone, just like the video, guys. Which type of NBFC actually work as an hosting agency for the development work? So the correct answer for this question is what? Okay, Krishna is saying a asset finance company. Development work. Focus on this point, right? Asset finance company, the function is clear from the word itself. It is for asset financing, right? So when we are talking about the development work, it is the infrastructure who attracts the development, who actually attracts the visible development in the country. So obviously B is the correct answer. Infrastructure finance company is the correct answer. Okay, done. Good. Now, next question. Which of the following entities are not mandated to distribute a minimum of 90% of their cash flow to investor for the loan repayment? REITs, InvITs, NBFCs, both REITs and InvITs. So, the correct answer for this question is what? Everyone, please answer this question, guys. Every one of you, please answer this question. Which of the following entities are not mandated to distribute a minimum of 90% of their cash flows to investors for loan repayment? It is REITs, it is InvIT, it is NBFCs, it is both REITs and InvITs. So the correct answer for this question is what? Yes, obviously. See, for both REITs, okay, real estate investment trusts, and InvITs, infrastructure investments trust, in this they have the mandation that they have to distribute at least 90% of their cash flow as a dividend or as an income for the investors. Okay, so this is not the option and this is not the mandatory thing in NBFCs, but in InvITs and REITs, yes, this is mandated. So C is the correct answer. Right? Good. Next question. In which of the following investments in real estate the least liquid? Least liquid. The question is asked in which of the following investment in real estate is considered to be as least liquid? REIT, physical real estate, equity in real estate company, bond issued by real estate company. So the correct answer for this question is, everyone, in which of the following is an investment in the real estate that considered to be as the least liquid? Okay, Kavita is saying A. Okay, reads, and everyone else. Okay, Gopal is saying B, physical real estate. Okay, Vivek is saying read, and everyone else. Seems to be easy questions, but yet it is confusing, right? Yet it is confusing. So, in which of the following is an investment in the real estate that is least liquid? Everyone. So the correct answer is what? Yes. So now you are all confused. But this is a very easy question. Least liquid. When we are talking about REITs, when we are talking about equities in the real estate company, or when we are talking about the bonds, they are highly liquid. Highly liquid means they can be sold easily in the market. They can be easily converted into cash, or they can be immediately converted into cash, but not the physical real estate. When you try to sell buildings, just compare like this. When you try to sell a building, or when you try to sell a bond related to a real estate company, now which can be sold easily in the market? Obviously bond. Which can be sold or which can be just quickly convertible into cash? Obviously bond. Because in this building you have to follow a lot of norms and procedures, you have to search for the buyer. This also will be sold in the market, but it is less liquid than bond. So least liquid is the physical real estate. So only one, Gopal, is correct here. Only one, Gopal, is correct here. Okay, done. Clear. Good. Next question. What is the minimum amount of investment that can be made in a REIT? Minimum amount of investment that can be made in a REIT. See, I have framed a lot of question of REITs and InvITs here. The thing is, because I have just given very easy type question in this class, because we are discussing already a very mind consuming questions in the paid classes, right? So You have to practice both. See, only focusing on the case study type questions or statement based question is not the solution, right? So the examiner is giving you a mixture of difficult and easy questions, right? So because we are already discussing a lot of difficult and mind consuming topics and case studies in the crackers batch itself, so now I want you all to just prepare for these type of questions also, which are just straight away, which are easy, which are very scoring, which you have to learn every day, right? So what is the minimum amount of investment made in a REIT? Everyone, please answer this question. Minimum amount of investment made in a REIT is 15,000. Okay, so the correct answer is 15,000. 15,000, right? Minimum amount of investment you can made in a REIT is 15,000. C is the correct answer, right? Now, next question. Which of the following is not a segment of the financial market? Agriculture, commodity market, credit market, money market, insurance market. Which of the following is not a segment of the financial market? Everyone, just please like the video, guys. Whoever is watching this video, at least just please like the video. Everyone. Which of the following is not a segment of the financial market? Please answer this question. Not a segment of the financial market. So money, credit, insurance market, yes, these are the segment. A is not the segment. Agriculture, commodity market. Now we have to choose the correct statement regarding the derivatives. We have to choose the correct statement regarding derivative. The term derivative refers to a typical type of contract whose values is dependent on the underlying asset, group of asset, or benchmark. In India, different derivative instruments are permitted and regulated by SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. So you have to choose the correct statement regarding the derivative. So the correct answer is what? Correct answer is what? Everyone, please answer this question. Okay, so Lakshmi is saying A, Vivek is saying A, okay, Kirti is saying C, Mohan is also saying C, Chandan is also saying C. So both the statements are correct and only one is correct. So first is clearly correct. Okay, there is nothing wrong in the first statement. All of you is not confused in the first statement, but second statement you are all confused. See, in India, derivative instruments are permitted and regulated by SEBI only. This only, because of this word only, this statement is wrong. Because in India we have the self regulatory organization also, plus SEBI is also responsible for regulating derivatives. RBI is also responsible for regulating derivatives. Okay, there is a self regulatory organization, okay, for the derivative sectors, okay, which is also managing the derivative instrument in the market. So yes, second is the wrong statement and first only is the correct statement. So A is the correct answer here, right? So no, not both is the right statement. A is the right statement here, everyone. Okay, cool. Can we move to the next question? Can we move to the next question, everyone? Okay, next question. State development loans are instrument in which of the following market? State development loans are the instrument in which of the following market? Money market, credit market, debt market, or derivative market? State development loans. Now you have to answer this question. State development loans are a part of which market? State development loans, guys, everyone. State development loans. State development loan. Yes, state development loans are the part of the debt market. Okay, so debt market consists of the STL also, bonds also, right? So C is the correct answer. Now, which of the following is not considered as a long term receiving bill under the regulatory debt entities regulation? So this is again a PYQ, everyone. This is again a PYQ, but was asked in May-June examination cycle of 2024, right? So which of the following is not considered as a long-term receiving bill under the regulatory debt entities regulation. Infrastructure bond, treasury bill, corporate bonds, municipal bonds. So the correct answer is what? Very simple question. Just please focus on the question. You can all answer this question. Very simple, very easy question. Which of the following is not considered as a long-term receivables? Long-term receiving. So when we are talking about, see, municipal bond, corporate bonds, and infrastructure bonds, these are the long-term receivables, right? But treasury bills are okay. No issue, guys. So you will face today the network issue. Everyone, the Wi-Fi is running very slow. You will all face some network issue because today in Srinagar the weather is not good. Okay, from 1 2 days the weather is behaving very differently here, and so there is network issue, Wi-Fi issue right now. Okay, so you will face. Just please bear with me, right, everyone? Okay, done. Next question. Treasury bills in India generally do not come under which of the following maturity periods? 91, 182, 273, and 364 days. Very simple question. Treasury bill in India generally do not come under which of the following maturity periods? These are the easy type question, yet these are very important question, very scoring, straightforward questions. Treasury bills does not come under which of the following maturity period? Obviously, 273 is the correct answer. So, treasury bills, these are short term financial instrument deal in the money market. They have the maturity period of 91, 182, and 364 days. So, the correct answer for this question is C. Right now, what is the minimum net worth required for a corporate to issue a certificate of deposit? What is the minimum net worth required for a corporate to issue a certificate of deposit? So the correct answer is okay. So the correct answer is, what is the minimum net worth required for a corporate to issue a certificate of deposit? So the correct answer is what? No guess, Kirti, don't guess. Okay, so there is no minimum requirement for a corporate to issue a certificate of deposit. So D is the correct answer. This is like a very simple question, yet confusing, right? So D is the correct answer. Good. Next question. What is the maximum tenure for long-term repos operation? LTRO. Now, everyone, just please tell me what is LTRO first. Then you will tell me what is the maximum tenure for the long-term repos operation. Everyone, please answer this question. First of all, just tell me what is LTRO. What is LTRO? First of all, you just tell me. Okay. So the correct answer is what? So what is a long-term repo operation? What is a long-term repo operation? First of all, just tell me what is a long-term repo operation. So when we are talking about the long-term repo operation means when there is Reserve Bank of India who just give loans to the commercial bank for a period of 1 to 3 year, then it is considered as the long-term repos. So the maximum tenure for LTRO is B, that is 3 years. So B is the correct answer. All of you is correct. Some of you is confused with the 10-year also, but right, everyone is correct here. Maximum. So 3 years is the maximum tenure for LTRO. Right, everyone? Okay. Now, next question. What is the minimum amount of stake that a sponsor should hold in an infrastructure investment trust? What is the minimum amount of stake that a sponsor should hold in an InvIT? So the correct answer is what? Everyone. Minimum amount of stake that a sponsor should hold in a InvIT. Everyone. A sponsor should hold in a InvIT. Yes, so the correct answer is yes, everyone is correct here. Yes, C is the correct answer, 15%. Good. Next question. Sponsor should not hold less than dash percent of the total unit of the investment trust after initial offers done in the REITs. Okay, so this is all one-liner questions, everyone. The sponsor to not hold less than dash of the total unit of the investment trust after initial offer in the REITs 25, 30, 35, or 40%. Everyone. Chandan, Lakshmi, Nilesh, Vivek. Where is Hema? Why Hema is not answering? Why Ruchi is not answering? Everyone, you have to answer this question, guys. Everyone, just please answer this question, guys. Sponsor to not hold less than dash of the total unit of the investment trust after the initial offer in the REITs. So the correct answer is no. This is simple, very easy question, yet you are all confused here. All of you are wrong. 25% is the correct answer here. 25%. Sponsor do not hold less than 25% of the total units of the investments in the REITs, right? Next question. The process by which a stock exchange transitions from a mutually owned entity to a shareholder owned company is known as stock exchange transition from a mutually owned entity to a shareholder owned company is known as dematerialization, demutualization, demonetization, or monetization. Everyone, Irfan, this is the structure of InvITs. This is the structure of REITs and InvITs. I have detailed explained in the class. If you see the last two units of IE IFS Foundation batch, you will see that what are the management thing. So sponsor, we have the three-tier management, right? So every tier has its own criteria of holding shares in the REITs and InvITs. Okay, so this is like the management sponsorship, right? So A is the correct answer for this. Now, this is obviously demutualization. Every one of you is correct. Next question. What are the following capitals which are issued in the primary market? What are the capital issued in the primary market? IPO, FPO, equity, bonus share. What are the capital which are issued in the primary market? Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question, guys. What are the capital which are issued in the primary market, guys? Okay, Ruchi. Okay. So everyone, at least just please like the video, whoever is watching this session, guys. Whoever is watching this session, guys, at least like the video, everyone. Okay. So now, yes, first of all, what are the capital which are issued in the primary market? First of all, it is IPO, initial public offer. Then FPO, follow on public offerings, right? Then equities and bonus shares, these are the part of the secondary market. These are the part of what? These are the part of the secondary market. So obviously 1 and 2 is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. Done. Next question. Choose the correct statement. Equity shareholder do not have any voting right while preference shareholder have. Equity shareholder had the right to participate in the management decision while preference shareholder don't have this right. We have to choose the correct statement here. Here, everyone just choose the correct statement, guys. Choose the correct statement. Everyone, please answer this question and choose the correct statement. Very simple. Just focus and answer this question. Very simple questions. Equity shareholder do not have any voting right while preference shareholder have the voting right. Equity shareholder have the right to participate in the management decision while the preference shareholder don't have this right. Correct statement. Right, B is the correct statement. See, equity shareholder don't have the voting right. That is false. Equity shareholder have the voting right while preference shareholder don't have the voting right, right? Second, equity shareholder have the right to participate in the management decision. True, while preference shareholder don't have this right. So yes, if we talk about the correct statement, B is the correct answer, second only. Next, what is the important parameter for any bond? What is the important parameter for any bond? Face value, maturity, coupon, interest rate, or all of the above? What is the important parameter for any bond? Everyone, important parameter for any bond. Okay. So Kirti, Nilesh, Gopal, you are all saying D, Lakshmi, yes, D, everyone. First of all, what is the face value? Face value is actually the price which we are giving for purchasing that bond. That is called as the face value, right? Next, maturity, what we are getting after a certain time period. So when we are talking about the maturity, for how many years we are purchasing this, what is the total time period we have to hold this bond, right? Coupon interest rate is the fixed interest you are getting, fixed interest you are getting every year as a regular income, right? So if we talk about the important parameter for any bond, yes, when I am going to invest in any bond, I will see the face value, I will see the maturity, I will see the coupon interest rate also. So the correct answer for this question is D. Next question. What is the self-regulatory organization associated with the derivative market in India? Now you all must have remembered this derivative statement. So I have told you that in India derivatives are regulated by RBI, also by SEBI also, and there is a self-regulatory organization also. Now what is the name of the self-regulatory organization for the derivative market in India? We have four options. Now just tell me the correct answer, everyone. Just tell me the correct answer, everyone, you guys. So the correct answer is what? And everyone, if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, guys, please subscribe this channel and press the bell notification icon. Why? Because see, tomorrow I am going to give you the module D marathon of PPB. Right? So PPB module D marathon, I will going to tell you. Okay. So kindly just please subscribe this channel, everyone, if you haven't subscribed this channel, because you will be get notified by the YouTube. Okay. Now, it is FIMDA. Just tell me the full form of FIMDA. Everyone has written FIMDA, but what is the full form of FIMDA? FIMDA. What is SIDBI? Is Small Industrial Development Bank of India, SEBI Securities Exchange Board of India, Reserve Bank of India, and FIMDA is Fixed Income, Money Market and Derivative Association of India. Right? That is known as the FIMDA. Clear? Done. Next question. Which of the following statement best describe the spot price in a financial market? What is a spot price? The price of the financial instrument for the delivery in the future, the price at which the financial instrument is sold short, the current market price of the financial instrument for immediate delivery and settlement, the average price of the financial instrument over a specific time period. Now you have to tell me which of the following statement best describe the spot price. Which of the following statement best describe the spot price? Spot price is what? Yes, spot price is the current market price of a financial instrument for the immediate delivery and the settlement. C is the correct answer. Next question. Now we have to choose the correct statement here. FERA, Foreign Exchange Regulation Act, was enacted to replace FEMA effective from June 1, 2000. The act also empowers RBI to make rules and regulation to carry out the provision of this act. Under FEMA, all the transaction involving the foreign exchange has been classified either as capital or the current account transaction. Now just choose the correct statement here. Everyone just please choose the correct statement here. Everyone guys, choose the correct statement here. Now again there is an issue in the network, I guess. Network is clear, everyone? Network is clear, or there is any issue? Network is clear, yes or no? Okay. Network is clear, right? So, Foreign Exchange Regulation Act was enacted to replace FEMA. It is actually false. FEMA has been enacted to replace FERA, right? So first is wrong. The act also empower RBI to make rules and regulation to carry out the provision of this act. Correct. Under FEMA, all the transaction involve foreign exchange either classified as capital or the current account transaction. Correct. Now, capital account transaction means any those transaction which affect either the financial liabilities or the asset, means any those transaction in which there is a change, either increase or decrease in the financial liability, or there is change in any assets, then it is a capital account transaction. Current account transaction means there is no change in the financial liabilities, no changes in the asset, right? So second and third is the correct statement. We have to choose the correct statement. Second and third is the correct answer, right? Next. Choose the correct statement again regarding FERA and FEMA. FERA was enacted to conserve the foreign exchange, but FEMA was enacted to focus on enhancing India's foreign exchange reserve. FEMA, violation of FEMA was regarded as criminal offense. Violation of FERA regarded as civil offense. FERA has more flexible rules and regulation if we compared it to FEMA. Now just choose the correct statement here. Choose the correct statement here. Everyone, please answer this question. Correct statement. We have to choose the correct statement here. Everyone, FERA and FEMA, again FERA and FEMA. Choose the correct statement, guys. So FERA was enacted to conserve the foreign transaction, but FEMA focuses on enhancing the India's foreign exchange reserve. First of all, you all are clear that which act is active right now. FEMA is active right now. Okay. Now FERA was to conserve the foreign exchange transactions right. FEMA enhanced the foreign exchange transaction right. Next. Violation of FEMA was regarded as criminal offense. No, it is actually a civil offense because that's why it has been replaced. See, FEMA is very flexible. Okay, so violation of FEMA is a civil offense. Violation of FERA regarded as a criminal offense. So these two are wrong. Now, third, FERA has more flexible rules and regulation if we compared it to FEMA. False. Actually, FEMA has more flexible rules and regulation if we compared it to FERA. So the correct answer is one only. A is the correct answer. Right, everyone? Clear? Vivek, Mohan, Lakshmi, Gopal, Hema, Irfan, Krishna. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this? Can we move forward? If you have any doubt, please ask. No doubt, just please give me a thumbs up. Good. Next question. See, choose the correct statement. London Interbank Offered Rate, also known as LIBOR, was a very popular benchmark and was issued for US dollar, British pound, Canadian dollar, and Japanese yen. The rate was being calculated and published each day by the IMF. It served in seven different maturities. Seven different maturities means overnight, 1 week, then 1, 2, 3, 6, and 12 months. We have to choose the correct statement regarding the LIBOR. Everyone, choose the correct statement regarding the LIBOR. Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question. Okay, done. Third only, you are saying that third only is the correct answer. So first and second is actually wrong. Everyone, focused. Focus and please answer this question. Okay. Now, to tell me what is wrong in the first statement and what is wrong in the second statement. Right. First and second is wrong and third is the correct one. Good. But what is wrong in the first statement? Why first statement is wrong? What are the uh you can say currencies which are involved in labor. So five currencies are involved in labor. Yes, dollar is included. Yes, pound is included. Canadian dollar is not included. Okay, instead of Canadian dollar, we have franc. Okay, Japanese yen and euro, right? So when we are talking about the five currencies, it is franc, euro, pound, yen, and dollar. Okay, and that's why first is wrong. Second, this rate is calculated and published by IMF. No, it is calculated and published by ICE, right? So second is also no. Third is correct because it is served in seven different maturities. That is correct. So the correct answer is A. All of you are correct, but none of you has given me the currencies. Okay, everyone, none of you have given me the currencies. Franc, euro, pound, Japanese yen, and dollar. These are the five currencies. Okay, done. Done. Next question. What is the minimum capital requirement for a merchant banker? Minimum capital requirement for a merchant banker, everyone. Merchant banker, minimum capital requirement for a merchant banker 10, 5, 50 lakhs or 10 lakhs. Minimum capital requirement for a merchant banker, everyone. Minimum capital requirement for a merchant banker is 5 crore. Everyone, right? Correct. Next question. Commodity fund primarily invest in what? Equities of FMCG companies, debt instrument, physical commodities or commodity futures or real estate project. The commodity fund primarily invest in which of the following? The commodity fund primarily invest in which of the following? Please answer this question. The commodity fund primarily invest in which of the following? So the correct answer for this question is correct answer for this question is what? Again, commodity fund primarily invest in what? Commodity fund, everyone. No, no. Commodity fund primarily invest in physical commodities and commodity future. C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer, everyone. Okay. Next question. Okay, next question. Derivative trading commenced in India after SEBI granted the final approval in May 2001, based on the recommendation of which committee? Again, a very important question. Derivatives. So, which committee is actually related with the derivative? You have to answer. Which committee is regulated or which committee is actually associated with the derivatives? Everyone. The correct answer is everyone. At least whoever is watching this video, kindly just please at least like the video, guys. At least just please like the video, whoever is watching this session. So derivative trading commenced in India after the recommendation of LC Gupta committee, right? So B is the correct answer. Very important question. Committees are very important, right? Next question. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Finance for new project is riskier. Venture capitalists finance established project. Venture capitalist is a long-term investment. Venture capitalists step in where the probability of the failure is high. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Now just choose the incorrect statement here, everyone. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Financing of a new project is riskier. Venture capitalist finance established project. Venture capitalist is a long-term investment. Venture capitalist step in where the probability of the failure is high. Obviously, venture capitalist finance established product. They are actually investing in the startups. They are investing in what? Startups. So B is the correct answer because this is the incorrect statement. Okay. Now the last question of the class. In India, credit rating agencies are regulated by which of the following? Credit rating agencies are regulated by whom? So this is the last question for the class. Everyone, please answer this question. Credit rating agencies are regulated by whom? Everyone. Credit rating agencies are regulated by whom? What about the fourth option? Venture capital step in where the probability of the failure is high. Yes, it is the correct thing. See, when we are talking about the venture capitalists, they provide fundings for those projects also where failure of the probability is high, right? So this is also the correct thing. Okay, so B is actually the wrong statement, incorrect statement here. Credit rating agencies, guys, what you are doing, credit rating agencies are regulated by SEBI only, Securities and Exchange Board of India. Okay. Now, see, these are the easy questions. I know, but these are actually very confusing plus very important question. These questions are also necessary for your scoring because when you are getting your examination, right? So in examination, you will see that there is a mixture. There are mixture of both difficult plus easy question. There can be statement based question, one liners MCQs also, plus a case study based questions also. So you have to practice each and every type of questions for your examination, right, everyone? So thank you so much, guys. Thank you. CRISIL is the first credit rating agency in India, right? Okay. So thank you so much, guys, everyone, for joining this session. Just kindly please like and share the video to the maximum you can. So everyone who have joined this session, at least please like and share the video to the maximum you can. And if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, please subscribe this channel and press the bell notification icon. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much, guys.